Okay, it looks like we are live. Welcome everyone to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. Actually, surprisingly, almost on time tonight with minimal technical difficulties. As you notice, our images are a little jumbled at the moment as some of our party is still making their way in. Looks like that has just been corrected.
Quinn is the ghost of Edgar Allan Poe. What's happening right now?
So, before we jump too far in, a couple of quick shout-outs for everyone. Big thank you to longtime friends of the show, Many-Sided Dice, do a lot of wonderful compendiums like Lost Artifacts of Greyghast, Nightshade Creations, and their tabletop accessories for your real-world games. And Team MZ, a Twitter community for small streamers like us. A couple of our newer sponsors that are working with us right now. Streamlabs, who handles all of our broadcasting setups for our producer Sarah for this evening, as well as Michael on Friday nights. And our most recent partner, DiceBard, who, if you place an order with DiceBard at dicebard.com, you can use a promotion code PROBO, PROBO, to get free expedited shipping on your order. They got a lot of great stuff. Great company based out of Vancouver, so definitely check them out, dicebard.com. And I was about to say, do the exclamation point DiceBard, but it looks like Proficiency Bonus already took care of that for me in chat. Thank you very much, Michael. And then a couple of other quick shout-outs is tonight, Thursday night this week, we have a new modifier as well as a new Mystic Hour hosted by Christy Mysticwater. And I believe this week she has a few more young ladies from the Critical Role fan page on Facebook, if I remember correctly, doing another installment in her ongoing series of women in D&D and tabletop. Then on Friday night, we have our 50th episode of Storm King's Thunder. Make sure you tune in. There's going to be a rather insane glow party, as well as a raffle for a beautiful set of DiceBard dice that our DM Michael had. Our DM on Friday, Michael, received from DiceBard. So definitely want to tune in and check that out, as well as find out what sort of trouble Lachlan gets us all into, because it's about time somebody other than Molfin gets us into trouble. With that being said, we will jump headfirst into Last Time Here, where our party had, after some difficult and heart-wrenching departures, some voluntary, some unfortunately due to life or lack thereof, our party has continued to move southwards towards the lost city of Omu, ever closer to ending the death curse that plagues these lands. As they were making their way south, they ran into some rather heinous-looking undead four-armed gorilla-like creatures. And short of, well, after some unintentional river swimming and a rather, I guess I'll say, jauntily dancing giant constrictor snake, they managed to pull it out and defeating those creatures and continuing down, eventually finding their way to a strange copse of trees off to the side in the jungle that was just a little bit darker, a little shrouded in shadow as compared to the rest of the jungle around them. As they proceeded and got a little closer to sort of looking around in there, they saw a dead body cloaked in red robes hanging upside down from one of the trees with a group of what Tuala recognized to be Batali goblin spears wedged in it, as well as Tuala had noticed using his not sure if it's called Devil Sight, but using his Eldritch Sight, that's right, that there is a bag hung off on one of the trees just to the right of the corpse that is glowing with multiple magical auras within it. And that, well, actually, before we pick up there, as they were looking around, people were a little sort of off put. Solana decided that she was going to take a shot into the darkness in between the trees, as it's sort of an eerie, uncomfortable darkness as she wasn't able to see through it. It wasn't just like a patch of shade. It looked like there was just nothingness in there. And as she fired in and heard the familiar sound of an arrow connecting and hitting what she assumes to be flesh, it almost looked as though the shadow has turned to face her. And with that, I will ask my producer to follow the bouncing player flag. A couple over to the left.
Yeah.
As we have our party, please ignore the campfires on the outside of the map. I had to throw them out on the outside to sort of illuminate the outside and give the image of the darker interior. So,
Okay.
so as I'm not sure the four of you should have your tokens. I'm not sure how far in you guys were at that point. I
I
know.
probably been like there and shooting across the way. Is that red thing the
So the red thing you can see faintly in the distance is the actual body.
Okay. Alright. And where would you say I shot my arrow?
So it's, again, assuming you're shooting back down into that, realistically, I would say pick a spot on that back wall.
Okay, probably like there.
Okay.
Like across from me.
So with that, as Solana's taken a couple of steps in and taken that shot. Oh, and actually, what I should do to make it easier for Twala, because I know it's a little dark for you, Twala, give me a second. If I go to...
Where would the bag be hanging?
I have it up there. I'm just trying to
Oh, okay. Oh, I
see
see
what
it.
layer it's on. Yeah, what I'm going to do, because Twala actually has Eldritch Sight going, I'm just going to... oh, come on. Okay, don't look at a drawing anymore. Give me token controls, thank you. Okay. So Twala, you actually have your Eldritch Sight going, and I'm going to make things a little easier here. And just make this thing a big shiny beacon. Oh, that really didn't do a whole lot, at least not on my view.
I can see now.
You can
At
see
least-
better now?
At least enough to know what's going on, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I don't know if you caught that, Sarah. Twitch is saying that you are a little quiet on stream. If you can try jacking up your mic a little bit. It's
Sure.
just you, though. It's not the rest of us.
Okay, Twitch, thank you.
As Twitch is now saying, get the microphone out of your mouth.
Yes.
Just kidding. They're really not saying that, but... Okay, so now you guys all have got a decent idea of it. Yeah, that, right back over here, Twala, is where you're seeing that beacon glowing out from.
Okay.
So, with that, as Solana has just fired off her shot into the darkness over there, what would the rest of you be doing?
Didn't a bunch of us go and investigate that body closer?
I'm not sure how close any of you guys went in, because I didn't have a map or anything set up at that point for it.
If I remember, the three of you guys had been like poking around by the body, and Tuala was like covering your backs from like a short distance away.
No, you were looking at the bag, weren't you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No,
he was circling around with his back towards us, facing out.
Oh, so should I go in closer, like here?
And I think Solana suggested searching the body, and yeah.
Okay, I'll go closer to the body. And just say a shot
Okay.
over there anyway.
Now, and Quen and Devaney, you guys would have been up with Solana?
Yeah, pretty close anyway.
Yeah, Quinn would have been inside.
So, let's say go ahead and who's ever investigating the body. I think we did this last week.
I made the 21 Arcana check. Does that mean anything? I don't know what it was for. I forget.
I'll be honest, I can't remember what it was for.
Probably the magical darkness, if the darkness was magical, because then I shot my bow, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's probably a very accurate statement. You knew it wasn't natural,
Okay.
which would explain why you fired off your bow into it. That being said, as the rest of you are sort of circling around and Solana has pulled off and fired off this shot right underneath where the bag is hanging, you guys watch as out of the darkness, all of a sudden, slowly lumbering forward, you see a very slow-moving Batali goblin come out.
Oh no.
As it sort of stumbles forward a little bit towards you.
Does it have arrow in it?
And it does have an arrow embedded in the top of the mask.
Oops.
Go ahead, all of you, and make a perception check.
Okay. Oh wait, are we still at disadvantage? I forget how many levels of exhaustion we have. I think we have one
I
left.
believe you are still on one left, yes.
Oh.
So, but it's okay, you wouldn't have had advantage anyway, so either way it would be the 18.
Yeah, I was just confused though. Gosh.
Okay. So for all of you except for Quen, you don't notice this. But the rest of you and Tuala, you start getting sort of a eerie sense about this. As you're sort of circling around and everyone's looking at this goblin, you can see what appears to be a good forearm-sized thorny vine is embedded in the back of this goblin.
Oh. I didn't do that.
I immediately pull my glaive and begin backing away from it, and I say to the others, we need to leave. We need to leave right now.
From whence we came or through any of these little hole thingies?
Away from that.
The goblin?
I point at the goblin and the shadowiness near it.
Okay.
What's the problem?
I know of this. My tribe tells stories of this.
That's a scary sound.
Talk later. We need to back up.
I mean, it can't be as bad as the zombie flower people we ran into.
That's true, they were pretty bad.
Much worse.
Much worse. Okay, Solana.
I mean, is this like we don't want to touch it really bad, or
Can we kill it really bad?
Well, is like
And
reluctant to leave if nobody else is like backing up, but clearly is like fighting the urge to not get back the way they came.
One doesn't want to fight either. One's taking Tuala's lead.
And Tuala, as you are thinking back and you're seeing this and memories are pouring back to you, you remember other village elders talking to you, speaking about a strange buzzing or humming sound that tends to be present as this entity grows closer. And as you're watching this goblin, you start hearing that a low hum distant to you at the moment. It doesn't sound like it's on top of you. But you hear it in the distance, and it sounds as though it may be moving closer.
Okay. Still pointing his glaive in the direction of the creature. He says, I call out to the others. The goblin is merely a puppet. It is already deceased. The true threat controls it. We must go. Entire tribes, entire peoples have fallen before this creature.
Ooh, true threat? Oh, true threat. I'm like, what's a true threat? That doesn't sound scary. A rat that tells the truth, but
Ugh.
I understand the true threat. Yes. Okay. So should we go for the bag of magic items? Well, no. Okay, let's move away.
I mean, I kind of want to drop just a fireball on it. I mean, maybe not on the goblin, but over in the darkness.
Well,
He yells out to the others. Watch the trees!
watch the trees. Oh boy.
Tuala's freaked right now.
Okay.
This is a little odd for the rest of you, is you've never seen Tuala react this way.
Should I speak with the trees? What do you want me to do?
I
Just-
think Tuala's just scared of the trees, Solana.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what's going on. And Devaney hasn't moved an inch. She's
No, she hasn't.
standing exactly where she started out.
So,
And at this point, you can all see this vine writhing through the ground, moving this goblin as it now takes a step closer to Devaney.
okay.
Again, the arrow still embedded in the mask in the top of it. Devaney, at this point, face to face with this thing, the smell of decay is heavy on this corpse that is being moved.
I'll look over. Well, yeah, it definitely smells like it's dead.
Guardian, please.
Well, if you don't want to fight it, I can't fight this thing by myself, so
Okay, Devaney.
I will start to back away.
Okay. So as you start to back away from it, you watch as the body of the goblin gets dropped to the ground. And quickly this vine that had been there takes one swipe at you as you go to run.
Oh no!
That is a 17. I don't think a 17 will hit you though, does it?
It will, but I would like to use my reaction to cast shield.
Alrighty then. So as you see this vine come flailing off towards the back of you, and then immediately reflex kicks up as you cast your enchantment behind you as you're running, and you watch as it just scrapes across this magical barrier.
That's not good. Okay, I see it. I see the vine. I can't talk. I'm not going to talk to the vine. Let's just leave the vine.
Yeah, Devaney just sort of shrugs her shoulders and keeps on backing up. Oh, alright.
Okay. As you guys are all starting to sort of retreat out, Devaney, you're actually the only one who doesn't notice this. Oh wait, nope, that's armor class. I'm looking at backwards. Give me a second. I apologize. The only one who does notice this as everyone is sort of in full retreat. Actually, Tuala, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Because you are actively spooked and watching this as everyone is retreating. Oh, and yeah, actually, Solana is the only one who's noticing it at this point. Solana, you can see the ground. That one vine that was moving the goblin, you can see that there are patches from all the sides in this grove. It looks like a hideous swarm of almost snakes breaking the surface of the ground and writhing towards the group of you.
Run! Run now! Run! Run!
Gwen's
Running.
gone.
Solana,
done.
you don't sound very
Bye.
convinced.
Goodbye.
Run! The ground is moving. Run!
To back up in pace with Devaney.
Okay, so as the group all takes off running and takes off back into the jungle, what is your plan? Back to the canoe and taking off, or
Should we light this copse on fire, or should we... Is that what it's called? Cops? copse of trees.
Grove.
Grove.
Don't know how to say the other word, but yeah.
Should we light this grove on fire and like get in the canoe, or what do you think?
Let's get in the canoe first.
Let's
I
get
don't
in the
want to
canoe
light
first.
Stephanie on fire by accident.
Okay.
Bye.
So I guess we're in the canoe, wherever the canoe is.
Okay. Yeah, the canoe was only probably about 35, 45 feet from where you guys were.
Okay. So then I can. How far is Fireball, Devaney?
Long distance.
Okay.
150 feet.
Oh, okay. Can you try lighting it on fire once we get in the canoe?
Definitely.
Okay.
Quen, you want to help? So Devaney will dig out her wand of fireballs once they're all in the canoe and aim at a point I choose within range. So probably in the middle, if it's in range of the copse of trees or the grove.
Yeah, again, you guys are probably at this point getting back into the canoe and pushing off no more than 100 feet from the center of it. So easy enough for you guys to do that. So go ahead and make your 2 rolls. Okay. So that is easily enough to completely
Ooh.
blanket that area in just a massive wall of flame.
Hopefully that was the right thing to do. As a druid, I don't endorse lighting the forest on fire, but that probably was for the best.
When in doubt, fireball. Hey, Quen.
When in doubt, just fireball.
As you notice is that, Twala, as you watch and hear the massive reverberating explosion within this group of trees, and now the light streaming out from the opening you guys had walked through seems to be brighter than the daylight you're currently in. You notice that the humming doesn't seem to be getting any closer. You can still hear it a little bit in the background, but it's no longer approaching like it was.
Guardian's fire has stalled it. We need to move.
And Quen. Yeah.
Bird.
Good job, both of you. Okay.
Oh, and Quen. Sorry, I didn't realize Quen didn't fire his own.
I'm just
fair
top
enough.
liver.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, if you insist, I guess we can just move on.
You should
Burning
probably.
large swaths of forests have never worked in the past. There is no reason to believe it will do so now.
Do you want me to rain on it? Can I rain on it?
Though
No.
it is distasteful to light the forest on fire as such, it seems to be holding the Uluth along at bay. We need to go.
But I'm saying that maybe I could. No, I don't think I can make it rain.
No, Solana, let's just paddle away.
Okay, let's paddle away.
Paul is saying that dropping a fireball hasn't killed the creatures.
What are these creatures, Twala?
Not creatures. One creature. Uluth along, it is called. It has existed in these jungles since time immemorial.
Ooh.
It has
Good to
killed
know.
countless. Entire tribes have been lost to it. Swaths of forest, larger even than the entire reach of the lands of multiple tribes, have been burned down in an attempt to kill it. And yet it comes. It is... Stories of it are told among my people. It is truly a thing of nightmares.
Oh, so it's like the boogeyman.
I do not know what that is.
he's this thing that is scary that you tell little children at night to keep them in line and tell them to go to sleep, or else the boogeyman will get you, and stay safe, or else the boogeyman will get you. And who knows if he's real or not, but you know, he is there to as a story to as folklore.
Does
Oh,
the
the boogeyman's
boogeyman?
quite real. I've seen him before in the Feywild. He's 8 feet tall with gray skin and bright green eyes.
Okay,
He
so
comes and he eats little wood elves in the night.
adult wood elves.
Yes.
Oh,
Does he impale you on a vine, suck out your innards, and use your corpse as a puppet?
No, he just cracks you open and sucks it out.
Then should I have the choice, I will take this boogeyman over the Eluthalong.
what? Okay, let's just paddle away.
I assumed we've been paddling this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given Tuala's opinions on this and party listening to him, yeah, you guys are
The, boat,
probably a
the
good
boat's like
distance.
this way in the water.
So you guys seem to make pretty good time again. Tuala, that hum in the back of your mind, and as Tuala's telling you guys about this and his tribe's knowledge on it and what sort of creature it is, and mentioning this humming, buzzing sound that is typically heard within its presence or when it's near. You can all hear this slight hum in the back of almost in the back of your mind.
Oh, that's creepy.
You slow down your paddling a little bit, and then you notice it again and start to pick back up.
Yeah, okay, that's not
It's
like
ever
boogeyman.
present. It seems to be ever present for you at the moment.
So, in my experience, there's not many things that cannot be killed. It's finding out how. That's the trick. Take the pyramid, for example. And the mummy guy.
Indeed. Well, at least we could burn this problem away for now.
For now.
I hope it doesn't stalk us through the jungle and eat us at night. Because that would suck a lot.
Well, that's what we keep watch for, Solana.
But it's a vine. How am I going to know if it's like a vine or snake or...
It is not vine,
Okay, it's not a vine.
simply how it manifests.
Simply how...
It is unknown what its form is.
Oh, so you don't know what it looks like.
If any have seen it, they have not lived to tell of it.
Well, that's also ominous.
As you guys continue through the remainder of the day, that hum getting a little further away from you, it sounds. The presence of it dims until it's almost forgotten. Gets to be later in the afternoon, early evening. Again, you guys aren't noticing much going on in the area, given the just beeline to get away from this spot. And it gets to get near that time that you would typically be setting up camp for the evening. You guys making camp, or are you pushing through the night?
Oh no, I'm almost out of my exhaustion levels. There ain't no way we're pushing through the night.
So your navigator is advising you that you are making camp for this evening.
We're hunkering
I'm fine
down.
with that.
So you guys managed to find a decent spot to make up camp, start getting everything set up. Tuala, anything different that, or I shouldn't just put on 12, but anything that anyone would be doing differently setting up camp this evening than normal.
Let me check something.
I was like looking through my inventory to see if I had anything that I could like fashion some sort of a.
I guess I might speak with the plants in the area and be like, hey, have you seen any, like, vines moving uncontrollably by themselves? Or, Devanay, I could make a cone. You know how when I was sulking and I wasn't very happy and I made myself a little dome? I can make like a 100-foot dome for us and we could see if anything comes in or out of there.
I'm really not that worried about it.
Okay, well...
But you can always ask the others.
Does anyone want a hedge maze? Maybe?
That's bad memories too, a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's not do a hedge maze. Okay, I'll just keep extra vigilant. Do you know what? I'm gonna put torches on like the 4 sides of the camp. So.
Okay. And just because I just now remembered it and want to make sure we call it out, don't forget, Matt, you have the Nat 20 tonight.
Right.
So. Okay, so Solana is setting up additional light sources at the 4 corners of the camp. Anyone else doing anything?
No one else seems concerned.
I'm very concerned. I just don't have anything that I think can like. I have nothing like. I was like trying to see if I had anything flammable in my inventory. Like I could make like a ring of lamp oil or something around the camp that we could light up if we get ambushed. But I don't have anything in my inventory to do that. So I'm just gonna keep just real.
Oh wait, I don't want to cast this. I just want to
Real
see.
sharp
just,
eyeballs.
just keeping a really good watch, and that's about all Devanay can do.
I can make a wall of fire, which is fun.
Well, that's good. It's good to have in our back pocket if we need it.
60 foot long, 20 foot high, 1 foot thick. Or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high. There you go. So maybe we want to huddle
some
up
options.
for the
You're
night.
you'll be a little huddled in there, but a little
Huddle
warm.
up
But
for tonight.
but okay. So who's taking what watch then?
I'll take first.
4th, please.
Okay.
Wait, I want to take third. If Quinn doesn't mind.
You
I'll
can
take-
take it.
I'll take third because then I can rest. And then I won't be exhausted.
I can take first then, I guess, in her place.
Okay, so Twal go first. Quinn, that leaves you second. That good for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everyone go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah! So not tired. So perceptive.
Okay. Let's see here. And Devanay. Okay. Let's see here. Now we're just going to... Okay. And of course that's the way it ends up. So as you guys proceed to set up camp for the evening, as Solana takes a few moments to put out the torches at the corner of the camp, you guys seem to be huddled a little closer than normal in terms of how you're setting up your tents. Everyone finds themselves bathed with at least some sort of light source on a good portion of their tent. Not enough to keep you awake or disturb your rest, but enough that no matter who's on watch, everyone can see everyone nice and easy. Twal and Quinn, your watches go by nice and smooth again. You hear that hum in the distance, but it doesn't seem like it's getting much closer. You get the sense of it moving out there as you can hear the source of the noise varying at varying points. Like at one point it's off to your right, then it's off to your left. You get the feeling like it's out and it may or may not be searching for something, but you can tell it's moving. It just doesn't seem to have picked up a path or any way to directly head in your direction at this point.
Solana doesn't like that.
Solana, as your watch comes up with your
Yes.
roll, about an hour into your watch, you notice almost immediately the small sound of humanoid footfalls.
Humanoid. Oh, like a possessed vine creature humanoid.
In a
Okay.
full sprint.
In a full sprint. Okay.
This thing is running, and it is coming from the northeast down toward, almost directly towards your camp.
Do we have a map? Can I get the map of our usual camp, or?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me hold on, let me jump over.
Sorry, I'm having a hard trouble. North.
No worries. Let me give me a second. We're just going to doctor up the one I've got here. Okay, so we will go. Whoop, put you down here. To all of there.
Okay.
Ill-prepared DM. Ill-prepared DM.
No, I put you on the spot. Let's see.
Okay. So we're breaking out an oldie buddy goodie because the map is still there.
Yeah.
Okay, GM there. Oh, down the GM there. No, where are you? You token there then? Yeah, you're token there. Okay. Fire in the middle. Devaney over here. Okay. So, Solana, follow the bouncing player flag as we drop you guys in a random,
Okay.
somewhat tight-knit,
Yeah.
campy type setting.
Okay.
And
So,
you see, you can hear they're coming from off in this general direction.
okay. As a
That
free.
you hear. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go ahead.
You can hear it just brushes, thin branches getting snapped. Whatever this is, they are running away from something, and they are running, and it's just in your direction.
I'm going to call out to them as a free action, but I'm going to ready hold person in case they attack me.
Oh, okay. So as you're sitting there, you see. Let me see. I don't really have a token, so we're going to use you.
Okay.
You see a Charlton man come running into view.
Okay.
Eyes wide with fear. His dark skin glistening, sweat pouring down his face. You can see he has Yakilwa, that blade that you saw in Port Nyanzaru that looks almost like a three-sided boomerang. I
Okay.
believe one of you purchased one. I can't remember who picked it up, though. It might be in the bag of holding. While he does have one, it is currently slung on his back.
Okay.
You can see he's wearing very light cloth and leather armor. And he is running full tilt.
I say, over here! I can help you! What's wrong?
As he sees you, he slows a little bit, then looking at you, and in very broken common, you can tell this is not a tongue he's overly familiar with. He says, "Come! Now, come!"
Okay,
Points behind him. Ulusalong!
I yell to Tuala. I throw whatever I can at Tuala's tent.
This is becoming a habit.
Yeah.
What?
It's the Ulu Thabong!
What?
It's your...
I see this man here.
It's your boogeyman.
As you come out, you can see, and you recognize the garb this individual is wearing.
Okay.
He's from another one of the local tribes in this region, known as the Urvastek.
I'm gonna yell really loudly to Quen and Devaney. Wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Do I speak whatever like Chultan dialect is? Is that something that I should have put on my character sheet?
It's not for. Yeah, we'll just say yes. It doesn't make sense for you not to.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll go down and I'll.
So I guess seeing him as she's waking her, I'll call to him.
Wake up! Wake up!
What? Sorry, what tribe did you say he was?
Urvastek. Hold on, I'll put it in chat.
Okay.
Or in Roll20.
Stick. Okay. So I'll ready my glaive. I'll say, Urvastek, I am Tuala, champion, storm-touched of the Aluahe. You have seen the Aluathong. What is it called? Aluthalong.
And seeing you, he gives stops a little taken back at first, gives sort of a somewhat stiff bow. Yes, we hunt. We seek the nest. I thought I was unobserved, but not. It gave chase, but large fire to the north slowed it.
Yay!
I got away, but it still follows. It ever follows.
Oh, it's following you now? Get the hell away from us.
Are you alone?
Yes. Just to knock out.
Is it following you right now?
I'll relay this to everybody quickly as they come back out.
As Solana, as you're coming out, you can hear Tuala and this individual speaking to each other.
Yeah.
But it is some strange dialect you've never heard before.
Okay.
You're picking up little bits and pieces. You hear the
Uluthalong.
word Tanoka. You hear the word Uluthalong. It's.
Ooh. I can't. Ooh. Can you spell that? Ooh. Oh, I was whale.
So
I'm like
as
Uluthalong. Okay, it's not a ooh song. Okay, the ooh stop.
As Tanoka sort of looks over the group, sort of assembling behind you near the campfire, Tuala, he looks at you. Your tribe? Sort of with a very questioning glance, looking at the rest of them.
A temporary tribe of sorts. We share a goal. How close behind you is the Aluathalong?
5-6 hours.
Oh.
But you come. We go back to Urvastek. The elders have planned to deal with.
Well, I'll leave that up to you, Tuala. Do you want to save
I'll relay that again to them.
Do you want to save your homeland area, or is this nothing to you and this gentleman?
All of Chult is sacred to my people.
Ah.
Tanoka, what of this plan?
Well, I can control water. That's pretty cool.
The Aluathalong has roamed these jungles for countless generations. None have been able to kill it. Your elders think they have a way.
Yes, it is. It must be done at its nest. It has a body there. Vulnerable.
Okay.
I'll turn in common to the others and say,
Tanoka is a member of a tribe nearby. Guardian, perhaps your instinct of simply finding the way to kill it. We're correct. These people think they have a plan.
Would this behoove you, Tuala, and make you happy if we did this with you? Or should we run
Walking
away?
towards the Aluthalong does not make me happy,
Should
but
we run away some more?
if there is a
But killing
possibility
it.
to kill it, I am honor bound
Oh.
to lend aid. I will not ask this of you, but I must go at least.
No, we go together.
I'll
agreed
relate.
to that.
His token didn't move, but I assume Quinn is out of his tent at this point.
And you,
Yeah, Quinn is standing outside listening to everything. He's rubbing his eyes, sleepy, blowing his nose a little bit.
I can't
And you,
believe Bernice
Mr.
fits in
One.
there.
Are you agreed?
More chances to light stuff on fire. That sounds great. Yeah, really good. I'm gonna go to sleep though.
And Devonay points over to the metal and wooden guy. Maybe he could help. We got one of those.
Bernice would be a good smash.
Tanoka. You will go
Snoka,
with
having
you.
no clue what's being said, is just sort of looking at the giant metal figure in
yeah.
the tent, just sort of like,
Tanoka, we are agreed. We shall come with you. We shall lend aid for the good of all Cholt. We also have a metal man.
help is appreciated. Do we leave now, or do you require more rest and leave at first light?
That is dependent on the time frame. The time for us to finish our camp. Leave it light.
Let's look around. You figure you've probably got another, like, 3.5 hours, give or take, to first light.
No, I'm
Given,
rested. Is
Tanoka's,
Quinn rested?
Quinn would be, like, almost rested. Quinn would need a little bit longer, at least.
Okay.
So it's, I think it's trancing is 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
4 hours, yeah. So Quinn had second watch, so would have had 2, needs to finish off your watch
Okay.
in order to be out of it, but Tuala needs his full period, so...
Okay. So why don't we leave it first light then, and after everyone's thoroughly rested, and we can fight this thing with fresh eyes and fresh fists.
Tanoka, is there time?
Oh
Do you
yeah.
think we can rest?
He sort of looks at the sky and looks around. Yes, it's 5-6 hours back. First light. Sooner.
Come then, sit by our fire. Share of my rations, if you will. Rest yourself. We shall leave in the morning.
He nods, comes over and sits down with you. Doesn't take any of your food from you. He pulls out his own out of the small pouch he's carrying with him, and
I tell Tuala it's okay. Tuala, you can go back to sleep. Me and Devin have last watch, so.
Yeah, I've been awake for an hour or so. Anyways,
So we'll take this last watch with dude.
Tanoka.
Tanoka. I should write stuff down more.
Until the morning. And I'll go back into my tent.
he gives you a curt nod as he down and pulls up a seat next to the campfire.
I wave. I give him a hi. Yeah, hi. Yeah.
And just
I druid craft him a flower and I hand it to him. Oh.
As
Okay.
the remainder of your 2 watches goes by without much incident for the remainder of the time. Tanoka doesn't seem to sleep or relax really. You notice he's head's ever on a swivel even while you guys are watching. Both Solana and Devaney, you notice through your watch, the humming is slowly getting a little closer to you.
Ooh. Okay.
So you are pretty sure whatever this thing is that Tuala and Tanoka have been speaking of, it is definitely on the hunt. Not sure who it was hunting more, as you guys ran into it and now he's run into it as well, so you're not sure where the disconnect comes from. But
Great.
as the sun proceeds to well, actually, let's see, because I forgot to roll for it. Does the sun proceed to poke over?
I see the roll. What's it mean?
Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this.
Is it a typhoon? It's a typhoon.
Yes, it's a freaking typhoon.
Oh my
So
god.
as Solana is finishing up watch and Devaney is finishing up her watch, looking to the sky for that sign of first light, and watching as just dark storm clouds start to roll in.
Oh no, this is bad for the fire plan.
And the storm just opens up on the group. The campfire is doused almost immediately. Heavy winds as everyone starts to come to consciousness. You see Tanoka doesn't seem overly concerned.
Okay. How does he suggest we kill it? Tuala? Or you do? Oh, that's for the elders. Okay. So let's go to the elders.
Yes, his elders have a plan. What of the vessel? The Stephanie?
The Stephanie, we will load everything in and then carry it with us. That's usually what we do, right?
Yeah, at least till we get to the elders, maybe we can
Stow
leave it
there.
at their camp.
How far away are the elders?
5-6 hours, he said.
Ooh,
So that's probably a whole day in this rain.
yeah.
Can the metal man carry the weight of the boat?
I don't know.
Glenn?
What was the question?
Can the shield guardian carry Stephanie? So that we don't
Okay.
have to.
I don't think we ever figured that out.
What's the Shield
Maybe.
Guardian's strength?
Let me see.
Man, that would make stuff so much easier if we figured this out earlier.
18.
Yeah, 18. Okay, 270 pounds. I'd
I
say,
mean, that's like definitely trying to carry the canoe.
yeah, it's going to be a little bit tough for just the Shield Guardian to do it.
Okay, we can all help.
J-
Well,
I mean,
standing underneath the canoe, well, you have to carry it, it guards you from the rain a little bit.
Yeah.
At least the up and down rain.
Stupid typhoon.
Yeah, I was thinking about the speed, but if it can't carry it, then it can't carry it.
Yeah, it's realistically with the group of you carrying it together, it's not going to encumber you any.
Okay. Alright. Let's...
So as you guys start getting everything packed up, again, it just soaked through the bone. Again, you notice Tanoka doesn't seem to be too phased by it. As you guys are going through, and the thunder and lightning has pushed that buzzing, humming sound more towards the back of your mind, but it's still ever present in the backing. You can feel it closer, you can feel it moving closer, but it's not as booming in your head. As Tanoka turns towards you, Tuala, and says, "Follow. I will lead you."
Lead the way, Night Runner.
He has a name now. The first person not in the party we've met. I forgot I was doing that thing.
So, as he takes off running, I want all of you to go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Okay. Nope.
And we're not exhausted anymore, right?
Nope.
Hooray.
Which is really a good thing. So, as you guys take off running, Quen, you are the only one who is able to keep a bead on Tanoka as he is just taken off, bobbing in and out.
The rest
Everyone
of us have our
else
heads
is-
inside the canoe while we run with it. We can't see.
Yeah, it's something
going
is
across
definitely messing with the rest of you guys. It's Quen's like, no, left, right, no, turn. Giving quick shouts to get you guys back into path with where Tanoka is running to. As you guys are pounding through, this is miserable, wet, heavy work. And you can feel that beating, pounding rain. The humming is now getting slightly louder. You can feel this presence encroaching on you. As you're traveling a couple of hours, you see all of a sudden about 300 or 400 yards in front of you, you're on almost a path. At the end of the path, you can see a gap that leads out into a wide open clearing. The humming is building and getting louder behind you. Now you can hear almost a strange flute-like sound.
Oh.
Tuala, you hear barely coming from the front. Tanoka scream back in Chultan, "Faster, faster, upon us!"
Roll to try harder? I don't know. I was like, can I rage? I don't know if that helps.
I can turn into a giant ape once a day and like throw this thing under my arm and you can run. But I don't know if you like me being a monkey. And that might be wasted.
Tuala, what is he yelling at us?
Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot you guys don't understand him. So yeah, Tuala will relay.
The Night Runner says it is upon us. Hurry.
Well, let's start jogging.
As you approach this gap in the trees, all of a sudden you're running on this somewhat narrow path, and then the jungle is gone.
Oh.
Immediately you're running on dirt and stone.
Well, that's different.
There is no plant life around.
Uh-oh. Solana doesn't feel
About-
Defense against the Ulu?
As you're looking around, you can tell, and Solana, you would notice this immediately being a druid. Tuala, you would as well, being native. This is not natural. This is a man-made clearing.
Oh, okay.
every tree, every bush, every blade of grass, every plant has been scoured from the ground.
Solana doesn't like this. It feels
And
uncomfortable.
about 150 to 200 yards from where you are now, in this clearing, you can see a large, massive stone plateau. Looks to be just a massive sheet of stone.
Okay.
Where you can see smoke coming out of a couple of small huts.
Okay.
As you get about 100 so yards from the edge of the forest, Tanoka visibly relaxes. And you notice that ever-present hum, which is still there, but is not getting any closer now. The closer you get to the village, the further away that hum seems to situate.
Okay, good.
Tuala, you start to remembering stories and things you've been told about this entity. You know that it lives and travels through the jungle. These guys may be onto something. They've created this clearing, and as you had felt this building sound echoing through your head, you can feel it fading as it does not have the means to follow you at the moment. As Tanoka leads you into the village, get you situated, get you a place to set down. Stephanie and Bernice, if you want Bernice just to plop somewhere so you don't have to deal with it. Tanoka comes over to you, Tuala. Come. Elder will see you.
Relay that to the others.
Okay. I'll follow behind Tuala.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go along if wanted.
Oh yeah, if Tuala wants back up.
Yes, they will see us all.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Perhaps,
good. Yeah.
perhaps they speak the common tongue. As elders, it is not unlikely.
Okay.
So it is, Tanuk brings you into the most centralized hut within this small village. And after a couple of the guards and they have a quick conversation, Tuala, you can pick up their work and speaking a little quickly to each other. Basically, he explains how he ran into you and trying to get away from Uluthalong, and you have agreed to aid them in this plan that they've come up with. And he's bringing you to see the elder. So it takes a couple of moments, but eventually they bring you all in, and you run in, and you're brought into the presence of this tribe's elder. Now, let me just find where my notes are on my elder here. And of course, my file has gone blank. Okay. So, okay. So, as you walked in to see this elder, you see looks to be a slightly older Chalton woman. Tuala, you immediately recognize from the dress. She is the high priestess of this specific tribe. She looks over at the group of you, gives like a quarter bow to Tanoka before looking at the rest of you. And to the group she says in the common tongue, "So, I am told you are willing to aid us in our plight."
Solana bows deeply and says, "Yes, wise woman, we would like to help you. And our friend Tuala here."
Tuala kind of takes a knee for her.
Oh,
Elder.
then I take a knee. Do we all take a knee?
Have our assistance.
She gives a slight bow to the rest of you. Tuala, she bows a little deeper. And looks, "It has been many a year since we have heard of the coming of another one of your kind. One so touched by the storm."
Well, perhaps these troubled times that face our homeland have required it. And thus here I am.
It seems you are familiar with what we face. Are the people you journey with familiar with what they are agreeing to go into battle with?
I do not presume to speak for them.
She's speaking in common though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Could you give us more details, perhaps, Elder? Woman? Lady?
Of course, it is only right that you go into this knowing what it is you face. This begins at the fall of Omu, when Ubtao turned his back upon the wicked city. People became desperate. The city descended into chaos and lawlessness, and wickedness was unbound. Legend tells of a man, Kunsei, who took upon his son and his only possession, a single goat, and fled the fallen city. Kunsei prayed to Ubtao for water, but the skies remained clear. He pled with Ubtao for sustenance, but all his plants foraged were bitter and sickening. Prayers for safety led to him being attacked by a thunder lizard. He blamed Ubtao for sending it to end his life. Cowering, trying to protect his son, he awaited Ubtao's judgment. Instead, he heard hooves in the dinosaur's cry. When Kunsei looked up, he saw the dinosaur dead, and his goat standing over it, hooves bloodied. The goat then spoke. "Give of me its flesh, and I may become your fierce defender." Now Kunt and his child were starving, but he gave the thunder lizard's flesh to the goat, and the goat swallowed it up. The goat flowed with milk, and Kuntze drank and felt strong. But his young son could sense evil, so he wept and did not drink. The goat then requested a serpent, so that I may fear no poison. Kunste captured a serpent and fed it as well. As the goat flowed with milk, Kunse drank again, but his son, still fearful, drank not. "Feed me now, Chewinga, that I may enter the trees and become as one." Kunse captured it and once more fed the goat. As the goat flowed with milk and Kunse drank, again his son refused. The goat then requested pure water so that I may walk in Ubtao's reins and not grow weary. Now Kunse's son sensed great peril and he cried out against this. The goat claimed, "Feed me your son so that I may always sense the presence of man in my jungle." At once Kunse saw this evil. He saw how he had been tricked by a demon. He raised his hands to strike, but they were weak and failed him. The demon laughed, as it knew it had drank his milk and could not harm him. The demon fell upon him and swallowed him up. Kunse's son fled and the demon chased him. Legend says the boy escaped and was taken in by a tribe. The tribe bore his name and has sworn to end the demon's plague upon the land. The demon's name was Ulu Thalong, and the son of Kunse was Vastek. It has been our duty since those long years to end the scourge, and we have, until recently, found no means to. But now we believe we have a way, as the being will not travel through burning plant life.
Okay.
We have many of our scouts out seeking its nest where its physical body is. Once we have located that, we have been seeking strong individuals to slay the body, while what remains of our tribe encircles its nest and lights the jungle on fire to prevent it from escaping. This is our plan to deal with this.
Okay. Do you know if the body has any weaknesses or where it is exactly?
We are waiting word from our scouts to see
Okay.
if they have located the nest where it resides. As for weaknesses or anything about the physicality of the being, none who have seen it have ever been heard from again, if they even made it within the presence of the physical being.
Okay.
It seems to have been hunting things recently, so we have had more luck moving unseen. Given your rapid approach even in this weather, I'm assuming you would be its targets.
Oh. Oh.
Well, we were the ones that started the big fire, unknowing that it would do it so much harm.
Then with that, you hear Tanoka speak for a couple of moments. Tuala, you recognize him basically just recounting fleeing from this entity and seeing the large fire, which slowed it down and enabled him to escape safely. After a couple of moments, the elder looks over at the group of you with a sort of warm smile. Well, it seems that fire you set enabled one of mine to return. For that I am greatly thankful.
You are welcome, head mistress.
As a few minutes goes by as the elder's just sort of looking over everyone. It appears we may not hear from our scouts this day. And as you may or may not be aware, without plant life to journey through, it is unable to come to our village. I offer you a place to rest. Hopefully by the morning we will have information and we can make our time to strike.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your hospitality. Do you mind if we set our boat here? While we...
No, anything you wish not to take into battle with this will be protected
Okay.
by what few people we have remaining in the village.
Okay.
So as Tanoka sort of stands up, gives a curt bow to the village elder, and sort of gestures for you all to follow along.
Bow.
I would like to linger behind a moment.
Okay.
Say to the elder, as you know, the position that I hold, I am honor bound to all the peoples of these land. If there is anything you require the intervening time while we await your scouts, do not hesitate to ask. I just kind of turn their bow.
That the village elder reaches out. You can see that her hand is weathered and, calloused from work within the village, and she clasps your hand as you sort of bend over. She goes, "Thank you for your aid, for all you do and will do for these lands. You have the thanks of Manui, priestess of Abdao and elder of Ervastek.
Manui. Thank you.
You start making your way out. Tanoka leads you guys over to a hut. It's a little smaller than what you guys are used to giving you normally in your own tents. But they bring the four of you over into a small hut for the four of you to stay in. And it gets you out of the rain and gives you a little bit of time. Mechanically speaking, yes, you are correct. You do have a level of exhaustion from traveling in the
Oh man.
in the whatchamacallit, in the typhoon. But as it does not appear you are going into battle today.
Oh yay! Okay. I want to cross that out. Woohoo!
Yeah, so it'll end up, mechanically speaking, balancing out for you.
I'll be a mover.
Devaney will point out that she hasn't felt this tired in ages.
Oh, Devaney.
That is, Tanoka goes to leave unless any of you are stopping him for anything.
Nope.
Anything you would be doing the remainder of the day at this point? It's a little after midday at this point, given
I would like to study the ring that Melik left behind.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna take a little while to do that. Anyone else doing anything?
Would I? So I wouldn't know Blight would work. Probably not. Okay.
I don't. Let me just take a look here.
Cause I'm trying to just because I know it would work on the plants around it, but I don't know if it would work.
So go ahead and we'll say make we'll say make this a wisdom check, because your wisdom is your spell modifier.
Okay.
And okay, so Devaney, as you're tuning, I just gave you access to a document in your journal. I'll give you that. So okay, let's take a look here. Okay, yeah, that'll work for us. Okay, so where are we? Blight. Why can I not spell? Okay.
I can put it in the chat.
Oh, that's okay. I've got it in front of me. Okay, so with that roll, given what you heard the village elder explaining and the legends, you're not sure if it would respond in that way.
Okay.
As the elder referred to it as a demon.
Demon, right.
So
demon.
You know that it has the ability to move through the jungle, and it seems to be able to control parts of it.
Okay.
But they refer to it as a demon, so you're not 100% sure if they're being literal, or if it's, as you've heard Tuala refer to recently deceased party members, as Tree Demon.
Tree Demon.
It could just be a Chalton. You're not really sure.
Okay. What's the opposite of demon, guys? That would, like, kill a demon.
Devil.
A devil would kill a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Devils and demons do not get along.
That's not very helpful when you're a druid. Okay. I'm just gonna ruminate on that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you would know.
Sorry. Oh, where's Molfen when you need him?
I know, right?
Hey, welcome that guy. Nice seeing you.
He said that mustaches and beards were, like, good looking.
Extra sexy points, hey.
Yeah.
I will take it.
So will
Well,
I.
it says girls on point too. So. Okay, so is you guys so Devaney, you're taking a little time, Quen, Twal, anything you guys would be doing?
I would like to try and barter for another hand axe, as I buried one of mine with the tree demon.
So as you're going out, and word is starting to spread around the tribe that the group of you are willing to attempt this. As you go up and start looking for someone to barter with, second person you ask just hands you one. It's
Okay.
it's you go for you.
Nice.
I will bury it in the hide of the enemies of Cholt. Put in my belt or whatever I got going on.
Okay.
As the remainder of the day seems to come through, Devaney, did that make sense to you for the ring?
Yeah, and I would like to attune to that. So,
Okay.
or I'm
Well,
not sure
I
how long it
assume
would
that-
take, but
Yeah, it takes about a short rest, so it's only like 20-30 minutes. So to get that information,
Okay.
you'd have to attune to it. So I don't think you have anything else that's attunable right
I
now.
don't believe so. Nothing that would clash with that, other than my weapons, but that's a different thing. So.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, right now.
So as night, afternoon turns into evening, Tanoka stops by after a little while, brings in some rather meager meals for the group of you from what the village has prepared, as they don't grow a lot of vegetation, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's...
Would they have any interest in snake jerky? Or is that just something that they'd have anyway?
And realistically, it's probably something they'd have.
Okay.
They've got hunters that'll go out and get things. They just don't do a lot with actual whatchamacallit, vegetation, plants, things like that, given the situation.
Okay. We do have potions of healing. I
So
forgot about
it's-
that. Okay. All right. So,
As you guys have your dinner, are you guys setting watch for the night, or are you just going to let the village take care of it? Is your
I'll let the village take care of it.
Yeah, we need our rest.
okay?
Yeah, well, Devaney is up during her other 4 hours. She won't be taking watch. She'll just be up and, I don't know, polishing her new ring or something like that.
Sharpening knives.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that.
Oh, okay. So as you guys turn in for the evening, this is probably the best spot we're going to get for a little bit to take our break for tonight. So thank you everyone for tuning in with us. Digitio, that guy, everyone else who's in with us right now. We're going to take a quick 3 to 7 minute break, top off our drinks, what we need to, facilities, all that fun stuff. And we will be back shortly to see how our party proceeds to handle and what the scouts have found for the Irvastek. With that, Ms. Producer, bring us on over to break and we'll be back soon. Oh, welcome back, everyone, and thank you again for bearing with us during our quick, beverage and facilities break. As our party has just finished up a night's rest at the small village of the Ervastek, and as they awaken to find the storm has broken over the evening, and they find Tanoka is coming into the hut where they are staying rather excitedly. Twala, he calls over to you. They have found it! Come! We're leaving now! Must see the Elder!
Gather your things. They have located it. It is time to go.
Alright,
Yeah, let's go.
I'm super ready.
So it's, you guys start heading out, and Tanoka leads you back over to the Elder's hut. As you see her standing there, and she has a large basin of water sitting next to her. And you can see many members of the tribe lining the inside of this hut, and all of them seem to have bits of water running down their face and their head. As you all enter, the Elder looks at the group of you and gives a half bow. It is good you are prepared. Now please come forward and wash yourself in this water.
Okay.
This is from a sacred spring that is holy to Ubtao. Those washed within this water will find that Uru Thalong is unable to track you
Huh.
for a number of hours.
Oh.
This will give us time to approach the nest this morning while it is still dormant, and give us time to ready our attack.
Awesome. I will wash myself in these waters.
Likewise.
Seeing Tuala do so, Devonay will as well.
Quinn, are you gonna wash as well in the basin?
Gwen?
Oh, Quinn is muted and I can't see my thing, my daughter. Silenced and muted. Hey, welcome back. Hey, so you have no idea what I just said, do you?
No,
basically,
sorry.
Not a problem. Sorry, guys. Minor Discord bug. So you guys are back in the room with the Elder. You can see numerous tribe members surrounding the room. All of them wet, water dripping off their foreheads in a large basin. The Elder has just advised you that those who wash in the basement can find their movement, can find Uthalong unable to track their movement for a number of hours. Your other three party members have just, basically, whether a cat bath, dunked their head, whatever, they're all washing in this basin. Are you following suit with them?
Yes.
Okay, so as the four of you finish up washing, and Again, the village only gives a slight bow. Wonderful. We can depart. It will take us about 2.5, 3 hours of travel to get to the location where we have found the nest. Will any of you have any difficulty in traveling for that length of time?
No. We're used to that kind of pace.
Oh. Okay. So as you guys travel along for a while, and again, the elder, as you guys are getting ready to leave, proceeds to sort of go through the tribe's plan one last time with the group of you. How they are. The group of you will be entering from the southern section of this being's nest, so to speak. And then the tribe will encircle the entire area. And then once they light the surrounding area on fire, basically creating a massive wall that this creature will not be able to depart from, that is when it becomes time for you. That's when it's go time.
That's when it's
So,
our time to strike.
Yep.
Okay. I got it.
So as you guys take a little while, a couple of hours goes past as the tribe is leading you in, and eventually, Ms. Producer, follow along the bouncing flag.
Okay.
You guys come to an area
Ooh.
with some... Oh, come on. Oh,
We're
where?
at the bottom, okay.
Yeah. So you guys are on the southern portion of the map. Just bear with me a second here, because apparently not all my little thingamabob are saved. Okay. And then just let me make sure here, because it's going to make a big difference once everything hits. Okay. As you guys start to enter in, it's a little... Well, actually, that's a really bad idea, because now none of you can see anything. Okay. It's going to be so much more impressive with dynamic lighting, but oh well. Okay, so as you guys proceed to set your way in, you can see off in the middle of this a strange looking area. It's not as thickly wooded as most of the jungle you've been in, but you can see that there are a couple of rather strange looking trees in the distance, sort of in the middle of this area. And in that middle section, you can see hanging between a group of trees, vines and branches interwoven together, warping the trunks in sort of a strange crisscrossing pattern from the ground, reaching up into the canopy above, pulled taut. There's this massive, almost what looks to be ball or egg-shaped orb made out of leaves and vines, wrapped and woven tightly into a almost circular thing, floating about 20 feet off the ground. You've got no way of knowing what's inside that massive foliage egg type thing.
Twilight, is that what we should strike at?
Turn. I go.
Okay.
It certainly is the most malevolent looking thing in the area.
Are
Right
any of the
waters.
tribe with us?
So as you guys have taken a couple of steps in, the tribe is all branched out away from the 5 of you, because I forgot the shield guardian.
Okay.
And you notice that they're all a good about 10-15 feet back from you guys. And as you're looking at the different points, and you're there for 5 or 7 minutes, you watch as they are almost running. Each one of them holding a jug in one hand and what looks to be like a fire starter in the other.
Okay. Maybe.
They look to be going around this area.
Yeah, it looks like they're branching out, from what you can tell from where you are, almost in like the bottom half of a circle. You get the idea that they're going to be encircling this entire area.
Let's wait till the fires start then.
Indeed. Though these waters may protect us from its ability to track us, I do not know how far that protection will extend when we begin to get closer to it. We should be cautious.
I can cast Pass Without Trace, but that's only to stealth up on it. It'll still know where we are once we fire.
Recall, it moves through the plants and the trees. Be very careful. Any vegetation as we approach. Everything could be a potential weapon against us.
Oh, good.
Quen will approach his shield guardian. Will approach it and will kind of like whisper into it. And I want to store a fireball spell in the shield guardian.
Okay. And while this is going on, I'm actually going to do something real quick. We're going to turn back on the dynamic lighting for just a moment here. Because this is going to change a lot in just a moment.
Okay.
So when we go tokens, I'm going to pull y'all out and bump you forward a little bit. Because as you guys are seeing and watching it, a good 3 or 4 minutes goes by before, and let's hope that I did this properly, behind
Cool.
you, a
Wow.
rather massive fire starts to break out. Now, Twala, do you have clear vision on this map now?
There's all sorts of crazy, like
cross shadows?
cross shadows, but I can see well enough
Yep.
to see what we're doing.
No,
Okay.
that was exactly the goal.
Okay.
There's crazy crisscrossing shadows all over the fucking place.
Okay.
Now, mind you, it's more line of sight is the thought behind it than the shadows. Because some of them are a little weirdly placed, admittedly, but hey. So as the fire starts to creep up and gets to go, you have a nice solid ring around the outside of this area. At the moment, you don't notice the orb sitting in the middle is still just sort of sitting there.
Do you want me to shoot an arrow at it?
Perhaps we should attempt to get closer first.
Okay.
Though you may be able to be effective at range, I will be of no use.
Should we move in the same area or should we split up a little?
Quen and I can drop a fireball from here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, now, Salon, are you moving stealthily or are you just...
I'm moving stealthily.
Oh, okay, so go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Stealth roll. I'm so stealthy.
Ooh.
I guess as
Solana
Solana like pieces off into the woods, I'll turn to Devanay and Quen, and I'll say,
I shall attempt to move at it from the front. I will keep enough distance to allow you to work your magics if we draw its attention.
Well, then I say let's drop some fireballs until people get close.
Hey, Tuala. Don't get killed.
I will attempt. I guess I will, similarly as they begin to like fireball it up, I'll start to try and move through the area here up like to here. What's the radius on fireball? 20 feet?
20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm okay. I'm like okay-ish right here, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So is...
I'll make
and
a
the-
stealth check as well.
Go ahead and make
matters.
yourself.
Oh, I
big
would
as
have
it-
done
Yep.
Pass Without a Trace. Can I retcon?
It's okay. I can actually. It's okay because I have this ability.
Okay.
So I can also do that.
Well, I have
So
this
is-
ability. Guess what it's called? Miss the move.
Those are both
So is-
very nice abilities.
So is
Just specifically, I can. You don't have to worry about it. I can cover it. So I'll do that. He'll become very earthy.
okay.
Kind of like the predator and sneak up. So a 28.
Okay. So as you and Solana notice this first, but Quan and Devaney, you start to pick this up a little after, as Tuala and Solana have both vanished. As you guys can't see it, this humming that you had heard before is starting to pick back up and get louder. But it's not steady like it was before. It's varying in pitch and tone. It sounds restless, almost like somebody tossing and turning, having a bad dream.
Supposed to be fireballs coming in here somewhere.
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna
That's what
say, I'm
that's
gonna
what
drop my
waiting on.
fireball right away before Koala gets too close.
Alright. So then I'll drop mine then too.
Okay, so go ahead, both you make your roll. Okay, and you are centering it right on this spheroid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. So let's see what the distance is on that. So if we go out...
Nice fireball, by the way.
Yeah.
You're
that's-
welcome.
Okay, so that is a decent-sized chunk of territory there. So we've got to make some saves. Okay.
We.
Yes. We.
The royal we.
Oh my god, damn it, Borg.
Let's
guys.
see. Come on. Okay. Okay, so that disappears and... Okay, as you fire off both of these fireballs, you immediately notice that there is a patch of jungle in the background
Mm-hmm.
that just erupts into flame.
Okay.
There's a small, patchy bit of vine in the background that is now on flame, and this massive sphere that has just exploded from the force of these two fireballs. You watch as the vines and the leaves start to writhe, as the humming is building and getting louder. And as this this viney, bald image of vines and leaves shreds and falls to the ground, appearing in front of you
Oh no.
is a chitinous, purple-colored, almost insectoid-looking creature.
What is that?
Yeah, is it like a snaky thing?
Let me blow that up a little for you.
Oh!
Ew, it's gross.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
hideous.
Yeah, now it's gross.
It is, goodness, it's hunched, purplish, almost looking like armored plates on the back of a bug, thrusting forward to a triangular-shaped head.
Yeah,
Dark
now.
violet tentacles dripping down from the front the front point of a mouthless face.
Oh,
Oh my god. This
Above
looked
them,
crafty and
sets
horror.
of narrow amber eyes glisten as they focus and look at the group of you. The creature hovering 20 feet in the air.
You got this, Koala.
With that, as it starts to lurch towards you, I need all of you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh my goodness.
Wait,
gracious.
it's 20 feet up.
It's
Or
currently
it's 20 feet tall.
It's 20 feet currently sitting in the air.
I crit failed my initiative.
I can't even reach it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Those.
Oh, I'm supposed to have advantage on initiative. Hang on. Cool, not better.
Well, if it was worse, make sure you fix it.
It still says the first one on the
Okay.
on the initiative order.
That's right, you guys destroyed the other one. Really? None of those showed up? Oh, come on, you silly git.
Roll 20 not working.
It didn't like my,
We have
we're just gonna make all them go on, same initiative.
Okay.
No, it didn't like me rolling the initiative for my, other little guys, so we're just gonna have the little guys all the time.
Oh, great.
Hey, there we go. Okay. And with that, we are in need of something
Crap.
much more fitting than that. Okay, and we are going to go here. And as we start start our battle with Quen,
I want some bug squishing music.
okay. Quen, I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
Oh no, why?
Okay, you are fine.
Oh, I'm fine. I don't know what happened.
When this creature appears out of this basically nest that it was hidden in, immediately you can feel your stomach turn a little bit as something just doesn't look quite right, but you manage to shake off the feeling and
Thank God I ate my Wheaties before this battle. I'm gonna move up here, and then move my Beep Boop Shield Guardian here, and then I'm gonna cast Levitate on Chihuahua.
Ooh. Nice.
I am Sky Barbarian.
Fly! Chihuahua.
so Tuala, as you feel yourself raised 20 feet up into the air, floating in front of this. Anything else you would be doing?
Oh, is it my turn?
Sorry, no, Quen,
Oh.
anything else you'd be doing?
I'll activate my Spell Singer aura. My DC is now 19. Or AC is now 19.
Oh, okay. So that will bring us over to Tuala then.
It gets levitate, but immediately fails the wisdom saving throw. I have to make
Go
that
ahead,
same
make
wisdom
it.
save.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yay!
Horrified.
I got the Vapus! Okay. levitate's clutch because I was doing the math there, and the rules for long jump say I can jump 3 plus my strength modifier, which means I can jump 6 feet straight into the air and then have a 10-foot reach on my glaive, which means I would have been 4 freaking feet short. Now I can fly. Do I have a fly speed? Is that how levitate works?
No, levitate just lifts you up and holds you there.
Oh, so I'm just floating in the air like 30 feet.
Yeah.
But you're a
It's
pinata
like
barbarian.
you're in water. You have to push out
All right.
top of things.
Wait a minute.
So actually,
It's still too far.
you can hold an action if you want to.
Yeah, I want to hold... I can hold the spell action, right?
Oh yeah, spell action, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to hold a spell action, and as a free action, I will level my glaive in the... As he, like, lifts into the air, and then you can see him, like, aha, I'm going to fly fight him, and then realize I can't move. I get a little bit confused for a second. They're like, and then level the glaive at the creature and say, "Monster, I name you Ulothalong, and you will die this day." And then I give him one of these.
Ooh, taunt.
Okay, go ahead and we'll say roll either
Intimidate?
intimidation. Yeah, if you want to do intimidate, sure.
All day intimidate.
Ah, nuts.
Oh, let's see. It has definitely taken notice of you. And with that, it's going to use one of its legendary actions to take a swipe at you.
No.
So let's see here. I don't know why that was set up different than the regular. So if we click there, that was a 24, I'm assuming, hit.
Sure does.
Nice.
So that will be 8 points of slashing damage and 10 psychic, as
Okay.
coming out from a tree somewhere off on your right-hand side, a vine lashes out and slashes across your side.
Okay.
And with that will bring us over to Devon A. Devon A, are you present? Devon A seems to be having Discord issues. Are you muted, Devon A? Okay, sorry folks, we're having some minor technical difficulties trying to see what's going on.
Oh.
We're having difficulties with sound. Okay. Sorry folks, we're working for a second. Welcome Stumpy. Stumpy from chat is
Somebody
in chat.
from chat.
Trying to see if we can get oh well, Devon A is coming into okay, so Devon A send it off another fireball. We can't hear her, but hopefully she can get that worked out through the remainder. Can you hear us at least? Okay, she can hear us, we just can't hear her.
Okay.
So at least that's at least she can hear us, so we can communicate. So go ahead and roll me a fireball then.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. It's going to attempted save here. Okay.
Haha.
So that is definitely gonna hurt some.
Fire on my spells concentration.
Okay. And anything else you're doing, Devaney? Still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we can hear you.
Yay!
Oh, it works. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if I want to move. I think I'll move forward over there.
Okay.
Around the bush, about there. And that's my turn.
Okay, so as your turn comes to an end, it is going to use its another legendary action. And I need, let's see here. Where is my ruler? Okay, oh, actually, yeah, so it is not going to do this. It's not close enough. So it's going to make another attack, this time at you, Devaney. You are the one that just attacked it, and that is a 20 to hit.
Oh no.
Yeah, that will hit.
So that is 8 points of slashing and 6 psychic as a vine lashes off to the northwest of where you are and just lashes through to you. And with that, it brings us to... Wow, I can't type in my own name, but Uluthalong, who is slowly going to start hovering forward a little ways to get into range of Tuala. But you also have a held action, Tuala, so it would stop him within 10 feet if that's...
Yep. So as soon as he gets within 15 feet of me, I would like to cast Lightning Lure, which does that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like casting strength.
So... Nope, so it's against your spell save DC.
Oh, it's my spell save. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
So
a 12.
what's your... Okay, so that's a strength save. Okay, so it makes the save.
Son of a bee. Well, if you move within 10 feet of me, he's still entered my threat range for my glaive.
Right. So while your held action fails, you still get your.
I'll reaction attack him.
Yeah.
One of these is the wrong one, and we which this one.
Right one. So unfortunately, that will not hit as it's moving in towards you. Just you're not used to this whole floating in the air thing. So as it comes up in front of you, it is going to make two attacks against you.
And I'm dead. Okay.
First one's a 14.
Nope, that does not hit.
Second one is a crit fail.
Yeah.
So as it moves within range of you, and just that slight pulse of electricity when you were trying to pull it in seems to just thrown it off just a little bit. And that will bring us over to our other individuals in this battle.
Great.
Oh, death shrubs.
Yeah, everywhere.
As Dakota went, it is another shrubbery.
Bring me a shrubbery.
So with that, we have... Let me grab their character sheet here. Okay, so... We have this one here, which is starting to crawl forward up next to the Shield Guardian and is going to take an attack at that. And first one is a 14, second is a 7. I don't think either of those will hit the Shield Guardian, right?
No.
Okay. Second one is going to move down towards Solana.
Can it see me?
Actually, it can. It has blind sight.
Ah.
And is going to take 2 attacks against you.
Okay. No. No.
This one... Nope, that's right. It's... cannot get near anyone, so it's going that way. And this one... is coming in this way and is not in range of anyone. And that will end their turn and bring us over to Solana.
Oh, okay. Solana is gonna do Flame Sphere. Did that type out at all?
No, it did not. So you were going to do what now?
Flaming Sphere?
Oh, okay. So where are you dropping it?
Right on it. Right on Ulu thingamabobber.
Okay,
Why don't I have anything for...
let's see.
Nope, still won't type out. Okay.
Let's gonna see. Oh,
Copy paste it.
so we will use a fireball.
Okay.
This is the face I make when I'm worried I'm gonna get hit with the AoE from that.
You drop that, and what's the size of it?
It's only 5 feet.
Oh, okay. You
See,
drop that on, so
I knew it.
that's,
But I
makes
can
a
cast
dexterity
it at
save.
a higher level. So I'm going... And it increases by 1d6 for each slot above second.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna
So
cast
what
that
level are you
third
casting
level.
it? Oh, okay.
So that's gonna be 3d6 on a failed save. Or half as much.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright.
As I am putting in our little bright fireball, and it's going to make a dex save. So it makes it save, so it's going to take half damage.
How does it make it save?
Huh?
Oh, it does make it save. Duh. I was
Yeah,
looking
it's
at
an 18.
mine. Why did I roll twice? Okay.
I don't know, but you rolled the same number, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you watch as this little ball of fire appears resting right on top of this creature at the moment, Tuala, and again it sort of rises back a little bit. And with that, it is going to use its last legendary action to make another lash attack. This one out at
Me.
Quen in the
Okay.
background.
It's okay.
Rude.
So that is, let's see. So that is a 12, so that is not going to hit. And that'll bring us to Quen at the top of the order.
Yeah, Quang.
So, Twala, you said that you died. Are you unconscious right now?
No. I'm okay.
Okay.
I was preparatory being dead before it rolled its attacks.
Gotcha.
No, I'm doing okay. I have a good chunk of HP left.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to beep boop on my little shield guardian Game Boy, and I'm gonna have him drop the stored fireball, right here. So that's a 20-foot radius. So that won't hit any friendly fire, but it will hit these two shrubs
Oh,
and
okay.
this guy.
Okay, let's see here. And it's a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah, it's 20 foot.
Okay. Says dexterity saves all around. So, big one makes it. Let me roll for the smaller ones here. Okay. Come on. There we are. Okay. Number 1. And number 2. Okay, so all 3 of them make it. You see the smaller shrubberies are definitely looking in some rough shape, but they are not. They're not out of the battle as of yet.
Okay. So I'm gonna beep boop still on my little controller, and I'm gonna give a big ol' Bernice smash to the one right next to it.
So, can the Shield Guardian take 2 actions?
I used my bonus action to do its spell storage. And then
take a look at the shield guardian just because I can't remember. I thought the spell storage used its action on it, but I'm not sure. Where are we, shield guardian?
It actually doesn't say a particular action economy.
Fourth of guardian, that was predefined. Oh, okay. So it's when you store the spell, you have to specifically tell it what to cost it at. So we'll let roll this time, but next time you have to say cast it when X happens.
Okay.
And that's the only instance it'll go off in. If it doesn't do exactly that, it won't trigger it.
Okay.
So that'll definitely hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Stumpy, I can speak to plants, so don't make me do it.
Okay. So once more, Bernice reaches down and smacks down into this thing, and you can watch as a lot of the vines and the sort of writhing thing that you're dealing with it's not quite as writhing as it was a few moments ago.
Deal. I'll take it.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
I'm just gonna move a little closer to Bernice there. Just snuggle up a little bit.
Okay. So as the end of your turn, Uluthalong is going to use its first legendary action for this round and take a swipe at Bernice. That is pounding on part of it, and it is going to fail miserably.
Oh no.
As you watch as this vine just wildly dances off almost into the flames behind it. And that'll bring us to Twala.
I'm going to make 2 glaive attacks. The first one I will make a spell weapon attack and use my lightning blade. And I'm going to attack recklessly. Give myself advantage.
That was quite reckless.
I quit, you guys. I quit.
That was
I'm done.
his first swing and is
Dang it!
unable to make contact. Go ahead and take your second swipe.
Yay!
Why? Come on!
That will crit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
I don't think I have advantage on that second one.
Reckless attacks are.
Counts for the whole turn?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Helmer Stout Trunk. Okay.
Does that just get doubled, or do I roll again?
Nope. So that is it. Rolling your 2 dice. Now, what is your rage modifier? Is 2?
+2. Yep.
Okay. So that is 11. So that's 13. So as you carve into it, and manage to get a good chunk down into the sort of chitinous plate on its side of its back. Anything else you'd be doing on your turn?
Let me just check one thing. Is it a reaction? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to flip my weapon over and try and drive the haft of my glaive. It's Bughead.
Okay. And that will hit as well for another crit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Couldn't have done the one that did a buttload of lightning damage, but cool, I'll take the other 2, I guess.
Okay.
Plus an additional 2 rage.
Oh, thank you.
This is the first time I've ever remembered.
So you guys watch as Twala goes wide the first time, but then takes 2 good shots into the face of this thing. As it doesn't seem to hugely react at the moment, but again, it's... For most of you, it looks to be a completely alien being. And with that, it is going to use its next legendary action to make a deafening chime attack.
Ew, no.
So I need
Oh no.
Tuala, Solana,
Wisdom.
Devaney, and Quen to all make wisdom saves.
Clutch.
God damn it.
Damn. Okay. So we're just waiting on Devaney. Okay. So for Devaney and Quen, you both take 15 psychic damage.
Rude.
As all of a sudden you hear this strange, you've still got this humming that's been in the back of your mind building this entire battle. But now you hear this strange, almost flute-like sound that just makes something in the base of your skull start to feel like it's splitting open.
And I take half, right? 7?
Oh, yes, thank you. So yes, both Tuala and Solana, you both take 7 psychic damage.
Does Twala take 3 because he's raging?
No, it doesn't.
okay.
My rage doesn't protect me from psychic damage.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts.
And that'll bring us over to Devaney.
Still can't hear you.
Who
Can't hear me
is...
again.
No, now her mic was lighting up. She was just very quiet.
Oh. Yell!
She's lighting up, but I can't hear her.
No.
Hold on, give us a moment here. Once more, Twitch, bloody heck. Discord is
Discord.
loving us, folks. We're going to try a quick server setting and see if this will help. We're going to change to a different location.
Where are we now?
Can we hear you now?
No.
Nope, your mic's lighting up, but I can't hear you.
Bummer.
Is this any better?
Yes!
Oh, hey, we got you again.
Yeah, there's going to be echo, but I think it's my phone. It doesn't like audio and earbuds at the same time.
Okay.
Ah,
So I can hear you fine, but yeah, I'll be limited, I guess. I'm just going to do another fireball as this thing is still 20 feet in the air, right?
yep.
Yeah, so as long as I'll just center it so it doesn't hit Tuala, but that needs to be a little bit higher in the air. Or a little bit over.
Oh, I was looking forward to that for a moment.
Don't hit party members with fireballs. It's not a good
No friendly
policy.
fire.
Go ahead and make your roll. Then we'll have this thing make its dexterity save. Oh. Hey, there it goes. And for some reason,
C should actually be 15.
yeah, I had it fixed earlier. I don't know why it's broken again. But,
Yeah, my Thunder Wave went back for some reason now, so.
okay, I love you too, roll 20. So it is actually going to burn one of his legendary resistances to make that succession. Or make that a successful save. So it's going to take half damage on that.
What a
Stupid-
nerd.
Yeah,
don't
stupid
believe
Still does
thing.
damage, so that's
Only
why I like
nerds use
fireball.
their reactions
Yeah.
to take half damage.
You know. So as a fireball goes off and just misses above the top of Tuala's head. Anything else you'd be doing, Devaney?
He doesn't have any hair up there.
It's toasty, I feel it.
I would like to use my second wind to get some hit points back. So that's 1d10 plus my class level.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that out.
I can heal you.
And as you're doing that, we will jump over to our big creature here that at the start of his turn for that flaming orb needs to make a dexterity save again. which it makes. So do me a favor, go ahead and roll your fire, your flaming sphere damage 2d6, Solana.
It's 3d6.
Oh, that's right, you did it at a higher level, sorry.
Yes. Aw, nuts!
Okay. So it makes the save, so it takes half of that. And then it is going to hover around, staying within the threat range of you two all, just a little range and over into the branches of this tree. It's going to make 2 attacks, one against Tuala and one against Solana. So first against Solana is a 16.
Nope.
Second against Tuala is a 25.
Oh.
You betcha.
And that is 9 slashing and 2 psychic damage to Tuala.
Alright, so I take
As
full
once more,
psychic.
it reaches out and vines lash on either side, going towards the two of you.
Okay.
Oh, that ruined my plan. Kind
And
of.
that will bring us over to our
Possess jungle.
little jungle friends again.
Yeah.
So first one that is right in front of Bernice is going to take another shot at Bernice with its 2 attacks. As a 23 and a 9. So I know the 9 won't hit, the 23 will though.
23 will hit.
And that is 10 slashing damage as this first one
That is a lot for a little piece of grass.
and this one over here is going to continue on its movement as it can't get to Tuala, who's up in the air. And is going to get over here next to Devonay and take a swipe at Devonay with its 2 attacks. That is an 11 and a 23. 23 will hit. And that is 6 slashing to Devonay. Then the last one over by you, Solana, is going to take 2 attacks at you.
Uh-huh.
And that is
Oh my goodness!
a crit and an 18.
They both hit.
So that's 16 points
Oh.
slashing and then an additional 11.
Oh, Solana is down like half her health. That is.
So that is 27 points as this
Yeah.
vine creature lashes out with both across you. And that will bring us over to Solana.
Solana was gonna do something else, but seeing her little vine friend is gonna move her as a bonus action, bump her flaming sphere into it.
Okay,
Which is a bonus action, I think. Let me see. Says when you move the
is.
sphere, as a bonus action, you can ram it into a creature, and it must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving this turn.
Okay. Okay, so it's within 30 feet, so it can definitely
Yeah.
do it. So let's see here. So it's got to make a dexterity save. A
Oh,
19. So it'll make it, but does it take a half? Just make a saving throw against damage.
so it takes half still?
We'll say sure, why not? It isn't clear,
It's gonna
so
take
why
4.
not?
Yeah, this is a great spell, guys. Okay.
Okay,
I
we're
think
just
I'm
gonna move that over to the side so I can actually get in here. Okay, so that's your bonus action. So what you doing for an action?
I am going to just produce No, that's another concentration. I'm gonna poison spray it. Because what can go wrong with poison spray? So it's another save that it has to make.
Okay.
Yes! I poisoned the jungle, guys!
Okay, so as you watch, and what does this look like, Solana? This is the first time you've used poison spray.
I know, it's like, I go like just like a little gun and I go pew pew and like little darts of like poison come out.
As you watch as these little poisonous darts pummel into this writhing
Piece of grass.
pile of grass and vines on the ground. You can see it definitely seems to take effect, but at the same point, it's slowing down from the damage, but it doesn't really. You're not sure how effective it was.
Yeah, yeah. Solana's
But
not
you can
the
definitely
smartest.
tell it is in some rough shape right now.
Yeah, making moves on the grass. Okay. Good stuff.
And that'll bring us over to Quen.
Oh gosh, that thing sure is ugly. I'm gonna move over to this thing, and I'm gonna slash at it with bookmark.
Okay, so that'll definitely hit. So go ahead and roll some damage. Okay, so as Quen starts hacking into this pile of writhing vines, after carving into it, it stops writhing.
I need a slashing weapon. That reminds me.
Okay, and then and this guy still like 20 feet in the air?
Like 15 feet in the air.
15 feet in the air. Okay, so I definitely couldn't reach it with my melee attack.
No.
Okay.
How tall is Quen?
Quen's 5'2".
If you take a 10-foot running start, I looked this up because I was trying to figure out if I could hit it before. If you have a 10-foot running start, you can jump vertically 3 plus your strength score.
3 plus strength score.
So it's like, for Tuala, it's like 6 feet off the ground plus Tuala's height plus the reach of the weapon. So I don't know what your
1
like
foot
strength.
short.
You might be able to reach it.
How short is? How big is
I
a
won't
quarterstaff?
I won't be able to.
Mm.
No.
How do you know the height of weapons?
Well, it's like the reach. Like you have a 5-foot
Yeah.
reach with.
If you've got a
Oh.
5-foot reach with your weapon, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts. Quarterstaff is a reach weapon.
If I wanted Bernice to
Oh, I
throw
could shoot
me,
Duh.
just like softball me like up onto the monster.
Yeah, you can have Bernice try to fastball special you. Go ahead and make a
All
strength check.
special.
Do you want me to like cast spider climb on you next time? And you can just climb up the tree?
No.
Okay.
That's not as fun. Okay, so a shield or a strength check for Bernice.
Yep. Okay, so you've got the distance. So go ahead and make, we'll call this an athletics check. As you are flying up towards this creature to manage to like grab on and catch on so you don't fall back to the ground.
Can
Can I use acrobatics instead?
What were you going to ask,
I
Matt?
was gonna say, can I donate the golden 20 for this maneuver?
If you'd like to, certainly.
I absolutely would like to.
Okay, cool.
So as
Thank you.
Glenn is hucked, literally, just Bernice scoops up this tiny little elf lad and
Yes.
sails through the air and lands on top of said creature.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Okay.
15 feet in the air as Tuala has donated the nat 20 to Quen's pristine landing on the back of this thing.
I produce
I'm gonna-
a small paper sign with a 10 written on it, and I hold it up.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna stab at it with bookmark using my
Ooh.
second attack.
Whoa!
And while doing that, I want to use green flame blade.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Green Flame Blade a bonus action?
So it's a spell that requires a melee attack,
Okay.
and I get 2 attacks per action.
Okay, so let's see here.
It's essentially a spell weapon attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Have it rolls the damage as well, but okay, so we'll use it where you rolled it. So we'll go. That will definitely hit. And this thing is very not happy with Quen at the moment, as Quen is on top of it and driving Bookmark in this burst of flames into it. So it's going to use its first legendary action to attack Quen and try to get Quen off its back. And that is a 10. I don't think that's going to hit.
No, that won't hit.
And that'll bring us over to Tuala, who's just watched Quen land perfectly on the back of this thing and has driven his dagger into the back of it with a burst of arcane energy.
Oh boy. Jungle Bug Rodeo, let's do it.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to drop my rage, because I have to, so I can cast the spell. Do I have to be... I have to be raging to reckless attack, right?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, alright, then I will reckless attack with my modified green flame blade. Again. Let's see if we can hit this time. Boop.
So,
Does a 17 hit?
no, it does not. As you swipe down, and it just scrapes off the back of its chitinous hide.
I am very upset by this. I'll take my second attack with the glaive.
And that will hit.
Oh, got him that time.
Go ahead and roll damage. As this thing is... You are definitely notice this thing is starting to see some wear and tear.
Ooh,
And
got him again.
That will hit as well.
I don't know why I keep bothering with trying to do spells. I don't think I can. I don't think I can do anything else on my turn. I'm just floating, right?
Yeah.
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 Actually, I don't think it has managed to hit Quen once as of yet. So yeah, you're still just floating there.
As a free action, I go to Quen and I go.
I hope I get a name for this.
Ooh.
Okay, so as Tuala's turn ends, it is going to use its second legendary action once more, still trying to get the annoying creature off its back. And that's a 14. I don't think that's going to hit.
Nope, that won't hit either.
That'll bring us to Devon A, who is just watching as these vines are flailing out, trying to knock Quen off of its back.
Devonay has watched Quen go overhead and then slam into it, and she's smiling and see, nightmares aren't that bad, are they, Tuala?
I am very amused by this.
But she's gonna touch the bush nearby her.
Okay.
Not the big bush, the little bush that attacked her.
the smaller
the shrubbery.
tiny shrub.
Okay, so go ahead and start making some rolls for us. Okay, so that will definitely hit. Okay, it is still writhing around on the ground in front of you. That one will not.
Alright, last one.
And that one will not. As you managed to hack off a good chunk of it, the rest of it is just moving around too much. You couldn't get a good shot on it.
Never thought I'd be attacking bushes.
I know, right?
Anything else you're doing? You staying where you are? You moving?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, our villain is going to use their last legendary action again, still trying to get Quen off his back. And that's a 14. That ain't gonna work either.
Nope.
So with that, it brings us back to his turn, or its turn. And once more, it is going to... and you can hear this pulse of that sickening, strange sort of flute chime sounding noise as it goes off again. And I need everyone to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. And actually, that I forgot to last time, that includes the shield guardian.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm gonna die.
So, okay.
So,
Oh,
okay.
it's damage. Okay.
The shield guardian also has condition immunities, which is charmed, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, and poisoned.
Yep, so it's not a condition, this is just doing damage.
Okay.
So, Solana and Tuala,
Yeah.
you both take 8 points of damage as you feel that same sort of dull thud in the back of your skull as these chimes go off. Same to the shield guardian, takes 8. Devaney and Quen, you both take 4.
Okay.
And with that, that brings us to our possessed jungle, which we have only 2 left. One dealing with Solana and one dealing
I'm
with
gonna
Devaney.
die from the jungle. It's gonna be great,
Aw.
guys.
The possessed jungle near Devaney is going to go first. Take 2 swipes at Devaney. Is a 22 and an 8.
22 will hit.
One of them will. That is 11 points of slashing damage as this thing carves into you. And then the next one is going to take 2 attacks at Solana.
Hello. Nope.
First one's a 10. Second one's a 20.
Yeah.
Not a natural, though.
Okay.
So that is 8 points of slashing damage to
I'm
Solana.
still up.
Is that little possessed plant that you have been beating on Solana is now beating back on you.
I know what I'm gonna do.
And that brings us to your turn.
Okay. I'm going to drop concentration on my stupid little fire. And I'm gonna turn into a giant ape. Sorry, guys.
If ever there was a time for the giant ape,
Yeah, it's now.
this is it.
I'm dying! And then to turn into giant ape.
Bigger ape this time.
Okay.
Okay, so is
Let me see if
Solana once more.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okay, King Kong. That's a little
That's a little
overkill
big.
there on that giant ape.
Okay.
Solana takes a Luthalong and crushes it in one hand.
Oh, okay, that's about as close as we're gonna get. But there you go.
Yeah, so I want to be about there, and I want to, like, hit the ground, the grass thing that's been, like, troubling me this entire time. This
Oh,
soul
okay.
thing.
So go ahead and make your attack roll as a giant ape.
Okay, let me see. Did I close out the... No, I didn't. Okay, so I got 2 fist attacks. So the first fist attack is going to be that.
Oh,
That
okay,
does
so
not
that
hit the
one hits.
grass,
Go ahead.
does it?
No, that hits.
Oh, thank God.
And with your first attack, you just turned it into green goo.
Ooh.
Thank God, the stupid piece of grass. Like, killed me slowly this entire fight. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn around and, hit this guy, Ulu. And
Oh,
be
okay,
careful,
so
and I'll
that-
know Quinn's on there, so I'll be very mindful of Quinn.
Thank you.
So I'll hit it with 22,
So that will hit. So go ahead and roll some damage.
21.
Nice.
Oh,
Those are some
so that is
fists.
a first- yeah. Quinn, it's a little disconcerting for you as this creature hauls off and just swings. and you can feel the creature you're currently riding on shake from the impact of these blows.
I'm being told we're being sued by the directors of King Kong versus Mothra. We're gonna have to shut it down, guys.
Cease and desist.
And it's all Solana's fault. Just saying.
International.
And that will bring us to the top of the order and Gwen's turn.
So as Quen is dodging insect tentacles and holding on for dear life as the giant ape is punching the bug he's standing on, he's gonna find the time to stab it with bookmark.
Okay.
And then use his second attack.
And that one will miss.
Okay. And then we'll use his second attack to use Green Flame Blade, but that's the same roll. So
That one. Yeah, and that one will miss as well.
I can't find my footing, y'all.
As you're a little shaken up by this giant ape just pounding this thing in the face. And at the end of your turn, as it starts roller, it's going to use another legendary action. And sorry, the giant ape is actually giant technically.
Oh, okay.
So it was close to the correct sense. It's going to use another legendary action, still trying to knock you off its back.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Finally actually connects. And that is 16 slashing damage and 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay, that's 31 total.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you still
Okay.
up?
I'm still up. Thank God I'm still in range of Bernice, and I
Okay.
can transfer half of that to her.
Oh,
And
good.
then I need you to make a constitution save.
Okay.
Don't drop me!
I'm gonna drop you. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So as you lose concentration, I believe on levitate, when you lose concentration, the target just floats slowly to the ground.
Yeah, that's what the spell said.
I don't believe
Yeah.
it's instant drop. So let's see here. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so you'll float slowly down to the ground.
Okay.
So with that, though, it is your turn as this is happening.
Okay.
Mhm.
If he holds his
So
turn,
is your-
can I lift him on my
Oh my
turn?
god, that's what I was gonna do!
Okay!
Yes! So as I sink to the ground, I want to run over to Solana, and because I have this now,
Ah!
I speak to her in giant ape language.
Make this good. You better make this so good.
And I say,
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh.
and I will, let me see, I think that's a... Is that at will? Does that mean it doesn't cost like an action or whatever?
For this, we'll say sure. Why not?
Okay. Then, yeah, I will ready a green flame lightning blade, for whenever it, whenever I see it like lash out at somebody or myself, I will use that as the opportunity to try and sneak an attack in on it.
Okay. That will bring us over to Devaney.
I'm going to attack the shrubbery again.
Alrighty then.
It happens.
Oh.
They're nasty little buggers.
Let's see if we can't kill the last of the bush.
Oh,
That is not gonna cut it.
nope.
Literally?
Literally.
Literally won't cut it.
Oh, nuts.
Oh no, it
That's
doesn't.
terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Work.
Go ahead and roll some damage for us. Okay, so that definitely takes a chunk out of the thing. You watch, as you can see, there's fewer and fewer bits of it writhing on the ground.
Alright, I would like to use my action surge and do that all over again.
Nice.
Go ahead and swipe away then.
Action surge.
Yeah.
First one will hit, so go ahead and roll some damage.
Nice.
Okay, and that is enough to take that out.
Oh my god.
Nice.
As you have the last of the shrubbery destroyed.
Good job.
How far away is the floating beastie?
Well, it's about 10 feet from you, but it's still about 15 feet up in the air.
Would I be able to throw my sword at it? At
Sure.
disadvantage, but
No,
would I be? Is it in range decently?
Yeah, I mean, you're already making it disadvantaged. Yeah, we'll say if you walked up under it, you could easily throw it up to it.
Can you use longbows? I've got extra longbow. Just in general.
I can, but that would be an action on you, and
Yeah.
It's also currently morphed into your monkey hide
That
somewhere.
is true.
Yeah.
You don't want to go looking for it right now.
No, it smells bad.
Yeah.
throw me a hand.
So go ahead and
Yeah, I'll just go there.
so go ahead and make a dexterity attack, just a d20 plus your dex mod. That'll be okay. So the first one misses. Go ahead with the second one.
Ooh.
And second one misses as well. As you throw the two swords, and they just disappear off into the distance a little ways. Probably only about 15, 20 feet to the north.
Well, I'm throwing them more up than over, so yeah.
And,
I'm not too worried.
okay, and with that, it's going to use its next legendary action. Actually, at you, Devaney, as you are now chucking things at it from underneath.
Terribly, but still.
And that is a 19.
Hmm.
I would like to use my shield
Okay.
reaction.
Use your reaction to shield on it. Okay, so that'll not hit then. And that'll bring us over to it. Who's now still got Quen on its back, on a giant ape in front of it. You decide, so it's going to take 2 attacks, one at the ape and one at Quen.
Okay.
First one at Quen. That's a 23. And at the giant ape is a 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So
That'll hit.
Quen, that is 6 slashing and 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
A total of 13. To the giant ape, that is 14 slashing and 9 psychic.
20.
A total of 23 to the giant ape.
Giant
Oh.
ape goes. Roar!
We have no more
Oh,
little.
does that trigger my thingy?
No,
My
I
held
didn't
action?
lift you yet.
Yeah, it's still.
Oh,
up
she's
in
got to
the air.
lift me first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still.
I see.
Now I lift you. I
So-
lift
Does that
you.
trigger my action?
No.
I was confused about the order of these things.
Yeah, so it's up to you. If you want to release your held action, you're more than welcome to. Right now, the giant ape has just scooped you up and is lifting you right in front of its face.
Yeah, so Solana, like, he basically just holds the glaive as Solana, like, hefts him into it.
Oh, okay, so go ahead and.
And for the love of Ubtao, please stop not cooperating with me tonight, Green Flame Glaive.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you say you were holding it reckless or not?
I did not say I was holding it reckless.
oh, nuts.
So is Solana, you have picked
Is that a?
him up and put him right in front of it.
Do I get another attack, or would that be my entire
What's it?
movement?
You get. We'll say you can make one attack as well.
Yes.
Because the way Matt described it is, you picked him up and used him as a weapon.
Okay, fair enough.
So we'll make the second punch part of that same action.
Okay.
She should get
Oh,
a +2 bonus
13.
to her AC.
Nope, don't make it
So
either.
it's,
We both
yeah, as
miss.
you picked up with that, and then you hauled back and swung with the same hand. It just went a little wide, realizing you were flailing around holding Tuala as your in that same fist.
Gotcha.
And that'll bring us over to Quen.
Quinn's gonna slash at it with Bookmark.
Yeah, Bookmark.
Okay, that'll definitely hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Bookmark's
And
gonna like
then-
save the day.
We'll come around again with a green flame, and that won't hit.
And that will miss, unfortunately.
Why are we all rolling 13s?
It seems to be a go-to number tonight.
Yeah, really.
Okay, and anything else you're doing?
No, that's it.
Okay, so once more as this creature flows off, it's going to use a legendary action and swipe back at you, Quen, as you seem to be the one hitting it the most at the moment.
Okay.
That is 15 to hit.
That won't hit.
That'll bring us over to Tuala, who is currently within range, being held by a giant ape.
All right. I am going.
Helping, friend.
I'm going to attack recklessly. I think everybody just take a moment of silence real quick. And just pray to the spirits of D&D. That
Good Gary
I
Gygax.
finally hit with this freaking attack.
Come on. Yay!
That will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. Okay, so that is
Not great.
It's
There's
decent enough. You guys
additional-
can tell this is taking some shots out of this thing.
Oh, I'm not done. So that's the additional lightning thing from the glaive.
Nice.
Okay.
I will make a second attack with the glaive. Oh boy. Okay.
As the lightning goes off, and Twelve is just so happy, the second slash just glides across the heart.
Paid for my green
Yeah.
flame blade. I will make a bonus attack. Wait, hang on. Rage is a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Then I will not make a bonus action to glaive half. I will use my bonus action to rage before I end my turn. That's where I'll end my turn.
Oh, okay. So as you hack into that, it will use its next legendary action to actually take a swipe at you. That is an 11. It does not manage to make contact as the giant ape is still sort of flailing you around a little bit. And that'll bring us to Devaney. Currently has one sword in her possession.
Well, I haven't recalled any, but not wanting to hit anybody, I'm gonna do a magic missile. Straight up, pretty much.
Okay. So go ahead and roll some damage for us as you fire off these magical bolts up into it.
At second level, because I can.
Okay. So that is another 14. You guys can see it. Devaney, you notice this as you've shot up into it. Some of the purple tentacles that are hanging down at the bottom are starting to break off and just fall to the ground.
Gross.
And if I haven't done it as yet, I'll use my bonus action to recall my adamantine sword to my hand from wherever it landed.
Easy enough, pops right back into your hand.
Is it still being held by strings and stuff? Like those
No,
webs?
it's
broke.
the initial like cocoon
Oh,
type egg
okay.
thing it was in
Yeah.
was wrapped up with leaves and vines. When it got hit by the two fireballs and that fell away,
Oh, okay.
this creature came out and has just been sort of hovering and floating in the air.
Okay, I didn't know if it was still attached to the thing somehow by like a web. Okay. Alright.
No, it is just moving around.
Just confused.
Okay, and is the end of your turn. Let's see here. It's going to use its third legendary action to take a swipe down at you.
Ooh.
And that is going to
No.
hit.
That might kill me.
Hit the ape! Hit the ape! The ape
And
is
that
big.
is 14 points of slashing damage and 11 points of psychic, a total of 25.
No, it didn't. I have one left.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh
Drink
my
a
god.
healing potion. Don't you have the
No,
healing potion?
they're all in the bag of holding.
We should give you some healing
Yeah.
potions at the end of this.
And that brings us to its turn. And we are going to Oh, it's got 3 targets that have hit it recently.
Can I
Tuala,
taunt
Quen,
it?
and Devaney.
Oh.
We're going to roll 2d3 to see what attacks. Tuala's 1, Quen's 2, Devaney's 3. Quen's getting both of them.
Rude.
So first attack on Quen is a 9, is going to miss. Second
Okay.
attack is a 24.
Ooh.
That second one will hit, yes.
So that is 6 points of slashing and 11 points of psychic for a total of 17.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still up.
Guys, if you need me to drop form, you gotta like eat me.
And with that, that'll bring us over to Solana.
So otherwise, I'm gonna take 2.
And actually, this thing as it hacks down at Devaney and Quen, from its height right now, it is going to slowly start to float up to get to about 25 feet in the air.
Am I still tall enough to reach it?
Yeah, you are, given your size, and so is Tuala's. He is currently in your hand.
Okay. Alright, so...
So the only people who were in threat range of it, you, Tuala, and Quen, are still within range of it.
Okay.
Just now it's further up from Devaney.
Alright. I'm gonna hit it twice. Or try to hit it twice.
No, okay.
5.
First one will hit. Go ahead and roll your second one.
Oops, sorry. Damage.
Oh, no, that works.
And then I'll hit it 22.
Okay, so 22 will hit as well. So go ahead and roll your damage a second time.
16.
Okay, and as you punch into this thing twice, how do you want to do this?
Giant Eve actually worked, so I didn't die. No one died. Okay.
I
so-
wanted to kill it.
Yes!
Sorry, Quen. So I go, ah, and I just like look at Tuala in one hand, and I turn him towards him, and then pummel him with my other hand in the face.
And I'm going, the whole time she's doing this.
I'm holding on.
And, and I'll take Quen, as I like reach back, I'll pull Quen off the top of it so Quen doesn't fall.
Go
You,
ahead
like,
and
grab me by like the nape of like
Yeah.
my shirt, and I'm like, "Hey, put me down."
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
As Giant Ape, right?
That's, yeah, to see whether or not you catch doing this as you're hauling off and punching this thing twice
Okay.
as it is falling away from you.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, you're not going to catch Quen.
Uh-oh.
So as you send this thing flying, Quen, go ahead and make a dexterity save, as you are currently now plummeting
Ooh,
25
nice
feet.
job.
Not bad. You
Do I stick it?
take
Do I
half
stick the landing?
it's rough, but it's a whole lot better than it could have been. You end up taking 6 points of damage as you just crumple to the ground and sort of roll a little bit. You prepped for it, but it's still 25 feet down. And as you roll, you manage to actually avoid the body of this creature, which crashes down about 6 or 7 feet behind you.
I get down and I'm like, I'm real sweaty right now, and I'm like, Lana, you didn't catch me.
We're out of combat.
Yeah, you guys are out of combat at this point.
I'll drop Giant Ape,
S-
and I will rush
Okay.
over to Quen.
Oh, he's making a face!
So,
Uh-oh.
Tuala, who is
Balls.
20 feet in the air, all of a sudden, Solana's down on the ground as an elf, and
I meant to
It's gone.
say I put Tuala down. I swear I did.
I would like to elect to fail this roll.
Oh no.
Take the full
Okay.
damage.
I meant to say that. I'm so sorry.
I'm raging, so I'll be fine.
Okay.
it's 9 points of damage as
I take.
the giant ape is just gone, and Tuala, you're...
Aw. I was gonna go over and heal Quen and...
Is the ground like
Down there.
slightly spongy? Did I make like a barbarian shaped
It's,
dent in the ground?
from that height and your weight, it's a little bit of a, barbarian angel in the jungle, around with the foliage and the vines and whatnot around it.
Okay.
As
So is-
Solana has just taken off running.
I'm gonna cast. I've got 3 3-level spells. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds all at 3rd level.
So as Solana takes off running and drops Twala, Devaney is hurrying as fast as she can. She doesn't look very good, but she'll go over to Twala and bend over him where he fell. And are you doing okay? That looked a bit rough.
Okay, this is for Quen. This
Thank
is
you.
for Devaney. And Twala, how you looking?
Dropped.
Slightly better than half alive.
Okay, I only have like a 50.
I'm okay.
Okay,
I'm fine.
I'm gonna do it once more on me and then at level 3.
I say to
No.
Guardian, I say, no amount of fractured ribs could dampen joy I feel that we have expunged the blight of Aluthalong from these lands.
He's no longer a
I'll offer him
bad
an
dream.
arm to help him up.
Yeah. He's no longer a bad boogeyman dream for you.
Imagine it makes like a sound as she pulls him up out of the ground.
How do we get out of the swing of fire, guys?
Go ahead and all of you make a perception check.
When we're done, I wanna loot the Aluthalong's body.
Ooh.
So it's Quen and Solana, you notice immediately Twala seems to be a little focused on the corpse. Devin, I don't know what you're doing.
I'm just still really hurt.
Aw.
But Solana and Quen, you both notice as Solana's calling out and asking how you guys get out of the ring of fire, you can already see parts of it are starting to be put out
Oh.
as it's starting to get a little darker, a little more comfortable as the heat's starting to die down a little bit. As you can start to hear cheers from the tribes people who had lit this ring of fire around you.
Nice. I'm gonna go up here and see if there's anything in the egg section.
Okay. What we're gonna do is just delete that and then a second. Get rid of dynamic lighting on this page for now because
Okay.
it's more for the fun with the fire effect.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So, Solana, as you're up looking at the remnants of that egg, there's not a whole lot left. It was made out of leaves and vines, which were hit by 2 massive fireballs.
Okay.
You find some, basically some embers, some burnt leaves.
Just making
Strange
sure.
enough, a couple of the trees that were around it aren't burning.
I'm gonna go nature check the tree.
Nope.
Nature check the tree.
As best you can tell, they just seem to be regular trees. You're really not sure why they wouldn't have caught flame, but
I'm gonna try to light it on. Should I try to light the tree on fire, Devaney?
Huh? What?
You're the voice of reason. Should I try to light this tree on fire? Because it wasn't on fire.
I never thought I'd hear you say that, Solana.
I know. Okay, I'll leave it alone. I'll come back down.
What's wrong with the tree that you need to light it on fire?
It didn't light on fire, so I'm wondering why it didn't catch on fire.
Why would the solution to that be to add more fire to the situation?
So I could see if it was a regular tree or not.
I would like to check stuff out. First, I would like to investigate the body of this Cthulhian horror in front of me first.
It did kind of
okay,
look like a Lovecraftian thing, yeah.
go ahead and make an investigation check.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. So as you start looking into it, trying to see, it's unlike anything you've seen before, and you don't see any I guess I'll phrase it like anything you'd really know what to make of. It doesn't have like pockets or anything. You don't see anything that you can register as of value.
No poisoner's kit stuff or herbalism kit stuff.
How hard are the chitinous plates that make up its body?
Pretty decent. Twala would know it's pretty decent. As it definitely took a couple of licks from him as well as some of the others.
Okay, I definitely want to try and harvest some armor plates off of this thing.
Bug armor.
Yeah.
Go ahead and whoever's doing it, go ahead and make a survival check.
Are you good at survival, or do you need help?
I believe I have a +4 in it.
I got a +7 in it. I'll assist
Well, then you make the roll. Okay.
I'll assist you. Okay. Takes a little
Helpful.
while.
So it takes a while, and as you guys start trying to harvest, you manage to get 2 plates off of the back of it, which are fairly decent size given the size of the thing.
Nice.
And at about this time, as you've managed to get 2 of the plates off it, you notice the villagers have started to come up. And in the points that you, where you'd remove the plates from, they start walking up and each one taking out their tribal sword and just driving it once into the body.
Oh.
And cleaning the blade off, putting away, and then moving and the next person coming through.
Oh.
Seems to be a more ceremonial, almost like a release for them.
Can I investigate those unburnt trees?
Yeah. I'll go back with
using
you.
Arcana.
Oh, Arcana.
Sure.
Didn't think of that.
See if they're enchanted by anything, or...
They don't seem to be.
Huh.
Exactly.
You're not sure. There maybe your best guess with that roll, Quen, would be maybe there was some sort of an effect from the nest itself that prevented it.
Okay. Twala, I'd like to apologize for dropping you on the ground. I'm sorry, I promised to be a better monkey, but I wasn't. But I will be one in the future.
Uluthalong is dead. I care about nothing else.
Okay.
We celebrate this night.
Alright, sounds good. Huzzah for everyone.
And as you're saying that, Twala, and you hear from the background, yes, celebrate. As a group of the warriors, or tribesmen, as they really didn't do much for you other than light a fire, come over, and about 6 or 7 of them heft the body up and start carrying it off, leading the way back towards the village.
Cool. Hope we can rest there.
As Tanoka comes over to you, Twala, and again in Cholton, says, "Come, you return. We will feast this evening, you guests of honor, and you will have rest anytime."
Gladly, Brother Night Runner. Come.
And I translate to the others. I moved my notes. Their tribe's called
Urvastek.
Urvastek, yeah.
The Urvastek celebrate this night. They wish us to join.
I hope we don't have to eat that thing. When they say feasting, we don't have to feast on that thing, right? Hope not.
In light of our victory, I shall refrain from pointing out the hypocrisy of taking issue with ingesting this particular tree demon.
Oh, yes. Fair point. Ha ha ha.
I'll head back.
Okay.
So as you guys continue to follow back and make your way back to the village. At this point, took you a couple of hours to get in, a couple hours to get back. It's shortly after lunchtime as you start to make your way into the village. And as you start to proceed, and you can hear chants coming from the village within as voices, as the news spreads that this creature has been defeated and that the warriors responsible are returning back to the village.
So it's midday?
As just after.
Okay.
As you start to arrive and you can hear the voices start to cry out in preparation of the celebration this evening for your victory, that's where we'll call an end to tonight's session.
Wait, can I do something real quick?
Oh, sure.
Can I do a really long ritual of plant growth around this village because they have no vegetation? Do you think they would like that? Wait, let me ask Tuala first.
You should probably
Tuala, can you ask them if they would like that? Their plants return to this area.
I will ask. It was wise to have checked first.
Yes, I'm very impulsive. I will try in the future to think of these things.
So I'll hunt down Elder Manui and relay this request of Eloin's that Elder, now that the shadow of the Uluthalong is no more, one of my traveling companions, the plant elf, should you wish it, would like to bestow a gift of growth and bounty upon your tribe's lands. It would restore the plants and nourish your crops all around this area.
Oh, Eloin, that's...
That just...
Did he call me Eloin?
I said plant elf.
No, a moment ago you said Eloin's request. I got really confused.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Different characters.
No, what? Eloin? Eowyn? What?
Eloin's the character in a different game.
That's
Wednesday. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
this you watch as this almost broken old woman breaks out in this wide smile. That would be wonderful. It has been many a year since we have had crops grown.
I will tell her you shall be pleased.
As I come out of the tent, I just go.
I'll go somewhere and meditate for a while.
So Slime is going to vanish for a while and probably missed most of the celebration as it takes 8 hours to do this, but...
Or I could do it overnight. Could I do it overnight?
It's all up to you.
I'll do it overnight.
That's something we can figure out in time for next time.
Okay.
Before we disappear for this evening, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone. Y'all managed to survive.
Oh my goodness.
Some of you just barely.
But yeah.
But y'all made it through the evening. Before we disappear, though, it's time to deal with the Nat 20 for next week. What are our players' feelings? What are our viewers' feelings? Who did something combat-wise, role-play-wise? Who do you want to give the Nat 20 to?
My vote is for Quen, for after my own heart, mounting the beastie in the best display of just not considering consequences that we saw all evening.
That was mine too for the fastball special.
Fastball
And
special.
managing to hold on for as long as he did.
I know,
right till the
right?
end.
Bookmark. That's what killed it.
Okay, so we had one vote from Oh, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, even Stumpy said that could be qualified as Quen.
And Digitio, I think, said that.
Yeah, Digitio said Quen's verticals game was strong with levitating Twa, a whole bunch, and
Oh yeah.
along with Bernice throw. But Stumpy shouting out Sky Barbarian. So I went,
Sky
Oh,
Barbarian.
Sky Barbarian. That was pretty cool.
koala, but he said Quen, yeah. So it looks like we've got almost unanimous for Quen this week. So Quen, you will have the nat 20 for next week.
Hey.
Move this so I don't forget.
So again, tune in next week, guys. We see how our party handles with the aftermath of Ulu Thalong, as well as where they go next in their ever continuing journey to the south.
Wait, there's
Don't
aftermath?
forget, oh yeah, there's a celebration at least.
Okay.
There's
Party, yo.
Okay, that's good.
stuff going on at the village.
Yeah.
You know? Gonna be some meat eating. Maybe some elf. They might be cannibals, you don't know.
Wait, what?
But anywho, don't forget to tune in. We've got, actually, is it next week or the week after? I
What?
think it is next week, right, for JJ?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
next Wednesday, the
26th?
26th.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
26th?
next Wednesday, the 26th, with DMJJ, starting on Wednesdays.
You may recognize
We will be
him
going
as
through.
Gizzard.
You might remember him as the long lost Gizzard. You might remember him from Friday nights as an annoying gnome or a even more. DMJJ will be taking people through the Mad Mage. Oh, the Water Deep
Deep
Theft and
Heist,
the Mad Mage's Dungeon. The new module that just came out with a brand new cast. That's next Wednesday, but this Thursday we have a new modifier, new Mystic Hour, and then on Friday the 50th episode of Storm King's Thunder with giveaway, glow stick party. Gonna be a little insane.
You want to be there?
So
Or be square?
see what trouble Lachlan gets in, as we finally found a city that Lachlan's gonna
Oh, yeah.
just the Molphin for once.
It's very glittery.
So
Oh, don't forget to apply for Curse of Strahd.
oh yes, I nearly forgot.
Do
Curse of
it.
Strahd, exclamation point Strahd in the Twitch chat if you're interested in joining and being a cast member here at Proficiency Bonus. DM Sarah right over there. Well, actually, where is she on
She's
Twitch channel? I guess she's that way on
Yep.
the Twitch screen. Or
Other way, Daphne.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're it's one way or another. She's on the screen. Apply, become a cast member, join us. DM Sarah will be running people through Curse of Strahd and see how much trouble you can get into in Barovia. Make yourself like Stumpy from chat. Drive your DM insane.
Wait, no. No.
Yes.
No.
Don't forget, when it comes time to have a giant metal structure pick you up and lob you over its arm so you can try to land on some alien-looking bug's back as a giant ape is wielding your party member as a weapon. When trying to stick your landing, never forget to add your proficiency bonus. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.